that shit. Yeah. Spin that shit.
You know what the fuck going on. Shout out to Dippin' Saw with the sub. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is the Black Hokage, aka TBH, and to be honest, today is July 22nd, 2028. Back on the stream being great. And of course, I'm joined by my best friend, who I'ma love to the end. He got a smile that'll light up the room. And he'll take your bitch too. Big Aki the Doggy. Yeah, let him see the coat. Let him see the coat. Come on, we put the body butter on. Yes, sir. And we got ups up in here. We do plyometrics in this bitch. Bye. Hopefully everybody's feeling good, feeling great. Shout out to everybody in the Twitch chat. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube chat. Shout out to everybody in the TikTok chat. Hopefully y'all act right. If you're watching on YouTube, drop a super chat. If you're watching on Twitch, drop 5 subs in the chat to prove you alive. Shout out to Black Shogun with the sub. Appreciate you. We got a lot to talk about because I didn't stream Monday and Tuesday. I was working on something, but we back and we got a lot to talk about. Fresh out the gym about an hour ago, but then I had to run errands. Then I had to walk him, so you know, I'll take a shower for a bed. Fuck it. It's already late. We got to get on the stream, bruh. That dude was talking crazy on Twitter. I'm not addressing that shit on stream, bruh. It's no reason to. I know what y'all are talking about. It's no reason to. A, because I'm genuinely not mad. I don't care what he said about me. B, you're not going to cloud up off of me. And C, he didn't say anything. He just insulted me. Yo, shout out to Monty. He didn't make any valid points. Also, and then D, another reason I'm not addressing it is because y'all are just killing him in the fucking comments, bruh. That nigga going to war against everybody. The comments killed him. There's no reason to respond to that shit. It's not worth it. There's not any interesting content there. Yo, shout out to Kilo with the sub. Appreciate it. I can't stress enough. The only reason I responded to that one dude who said I had low testosterone because he took something out of context and didn't understand what I was saying. The only reason I responded to that shit was because it was so fucking outrageous and funny. I had to respond. I just never heard that before. If you don't like Madden, you got low testosterone. I was like, all right, we finna make a clip out of you, nigga. But not being able to comprehend group economics and then instead of actually giving a point and then calling me a fat nerd, that's not what we responded to, y'all. We good. And that's some typical Twitter shit. We cool. We got more interesting shit to talk about.
Spin that shit.
So shout out John the Space Cowboy with the super chat. He said, I had to get off the internet for a few days. People really mad Black people cast about a poem from 2,000 years ago. Man, if you like the Odyssey, you like the Odyssey. Enjoy that shit and call it a day, bro. Right, no valid argument. They just hurl personal insults. It's all good, bro. If anything, the main thing y'all should take away from this, because the feature's not available on Android, it's only available on iOS. If you're a content creator, use that new React feature on Twitter. All you have to do is hit it's only available on iOS right now. You hit the retweet button and then there will be a new button that says react and then it lets you do it right there inside the app. That's how I'm able to get those out so quickly because the algorithm is definitely pushing that shit. Just, you know, be prepared for when it comes to, because when the Android version comes out, that nigga JG is, y'all thought he was arguing before. He about to get on the green screen and argue, bro. You said, oh, word? Yeah, it's built into the app. Just hit the retweet button. It's kind of like TikTok, but it's easier because with TikTok, you would have to take a screenshot of something and then green screen yourself over. On Twitter, it's even faster. You just hit the reaction button and it green screens you over the tweet. So and then you could download the video and re-upload it everywhere else. So it's super. That's the only reason I'm doing the videos. A, it's easy views and follows, but also like it's super streamlined and simple. Shout out to Who Shot First with the sub. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, 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 hit the like button. All right, we got a lot to talk about. I never put y'all on though. Let's see. Let me get in these articles real quick, fast, in a hurry. JG about to be insufferable. He about to go to war. Might get on that. Yeah, look at it. I put my phone on the charger. I can't show y'all. But yeah, it's you have to hit the retweet button. It's not, keep in mind, it's not available on Android. I don't know when it's coming out. They rolled it out on iOS last week. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm the only person I've seen use that feature. Anytime a platform puts out new features, you should use it. But no, I have not seen the Odyssey. No, IMAX tickets are available. All right, we got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 batches of articles for y'all today. Jesus Christ. All right, let's start with Xbox. I broke it down into Xbox, PlayStation, got some Nintendo PC news, and then got to talk the 2K stuff today. What does your stream title mean? All right, I'm gonna read the stream title for you, and you let me know what you don't understand. I choose being black in every lifetime. Like I don't know. Yeah, I'm not even trying to be mean. I don't understand what else to explain to you. Anyways, that's why earlier I said, because some of y'all were like, you gonna respond to that dude on Twitter? I seen some of y'all saying, yo, I can't wait to flame him. That's not worth flaming him. That's such low-hanging fruit, bruh. There's nothing there, dude. Like, you can't argue with somebody who doesn't have the IQ to argue back. It's punching down. It's not worth that shit, bruh. It's got to be something genuinely funny there. Yo, shout out to Eternity NPC. I am not JG. That nigga JG will argue with everybody. If you want to argue, go to JG's page. That is not me. I do not care. Let's talk this Xbox shit though. You said argue with me? It was a genuine. No. I wasn't saying I was arguing with you. I was referencing somebody on Twitter, not you, bro. Yo, shout out to Ariel Smoke with the sub. Appreciate it. What's about to do? Oh, change the camera. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, why is that shit there? Hold up, let me get
Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
Shout out to Camelo with the super chat and Ariel Smoke. All right, this is what I got for y'all, man. Jason Schreier says Xbox Studios leaders are absolutely hating Game Pass. Specifically, they say there's a lot of people out there in studio leadership within Xbox who absolutely detest Game Pass, and they think it's destroyed the value of their games. They think it's taken away the value from all games in general and has been detriment to the games industry and those people's views because of how it devalues it. And to that I say, we talked about this on the podcast if you haven't seen it, because my original argument was like, I don't necessarily think that's true, but then Ethos said you call things Game Pass games. I was like, I guess that's true, bro. Yeah, I mean, I would say the Game Pass has made it harder for like more niche games to get sales, but then on the flip side, I could also argue that does that matter anyway, because they were gonna be hard sales regardless. So I'd argue the Game Pass has been good for smaller games because it gets them in front of an audience who's willing to try it because the barrier to entry is lower with it being free. If anything, it probably did hurt more AAA games, because on the flip side, you know, now you no longer have to pay for these $70 games. You know, with the smaller games, exposure is exposure. But with these $70 games, unless the game is an absolute classic, it probably did hurt it. And an example being, like, off the top of my head, I think Expedition 33 is the only game on the Game Pass where I felt compelled to go buy the disc. And then even still, they made fun of me on the podcast because I bought the PS5 version. But I was like, I don't want to plug in my Xbox. That shit sucks. The only problem with this quote is, I mean, Drayson Schreier is a very reputable, he is a very reputable writer. The only problem with it is it's he say, she say. There's no actual proof of it. So take this stuff with a grain of salt. But that being said, now that these murmurs are coming out, I think it's important to highlight this article for the simple fact that, well, it comes from his YouTube channel. For the simple fact that don't be surprised, maybe 5 years down the road, they say,
lock them up.
They get rid of that shit.
Lock them up.
You should get his book. He's a great author. What's it called and what's it about? It might blow up on you. Like, I could see a world where, like, if Microsoft takes a look at the books and they say it's costing us too much money and we're not getting back what we want in return, they could get rid of it. And then it becomes, well, what's Xbox's identity? Because right now, the only identity Xbox has is the Game Pass. It's show for hell ain't they games. I seen a tweet today of this dude holding a PS5 copy of Campaign Evolved Halo. And the caption was, this shit don't feel right. And I'm gonna be honest, I was looking at the image, like squinting. I was like, this shit don't look right either, bruh. Halo on PS5? They trying to dial it back, but like, I feel what the problem with the issue of them trying to bring their exclusives back is they announced that they're about to make their games exclusive again without having anything worth clamoring for, right? Like, I don't care if you make Gears of War. I don't know if there is, but I don't care if they make Gears of War E-Day an exclusive again. They should have announced new games and said these are exclusives. An example being Blade. Blade should have been an exclusive, and now it's sitting in limbo, and we don't know what the fuck is going to happen. But I'm sorry, Halo Campaign Evolved is not going to move me, and neither is Gears of War. We played those games since the Xbox 360 age. Yo, shout out to Black Guru with the sub. So you needed that new shit. Go ahead and call Platinum Games up on the phone and tell them, hey, Platinum, if you want to make Scalebound, we got a check for you. Shout out to Ed Squared with the sub as well. Appreciate it. They got a lot of work, man. They got a lot of work to chat. I love how the chat is just typing that shit. I just want y'all to know I'm going to be abusing this button, bro. I'm going to be abusing that shit, man. But I'll say this. For a second, let's just act like this is real, because keep in mind, this is not confirmed. This is just some rumors, right? Do not be surprised 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, we see the destruction of the Game Pass. I will say, if Xbox wants to take that route, y'all need to come out with exclusives that are worth owning the Xbox. Because right now, that's the biggest issue. It just doesn't feel like there's a reason. And it's a shame, too, because the Xbox Series X is more powerful than the base PS5. The PS5 Pro is more powerful, but at the base level, the Xbox is a better platform. And in my opinion, some of y'all will disagree because this is preference, but in my opinion, the Xbox controller has always been superior. It's just ironic that they don't have no games to play on that fucking controller. Other Xbox news. Of all platforms, this is interesting. Of all platforms, Xbox is the only one to have grown year on year, but there's a catch. Market analysis from Circana has published the latest edition of its monthly report, which tracks spending across game hardware and software in the US. June's edition is another bleak one with a near universal decline. Asha says she need 1 billion players online each day. We'll make a game so that people want to play the shit. Video game industry spending across hardware, software, accessories, and add-ons dropped by 21% in June compared to the same period last year. The industry collectively brought in $4.5 billion during the month, down from $5.7 billion. To be fair, June was a bit of a weak month. You have to add context to this. June was a bit of a weak month when it comes to software. What came out in June? Was it only Lego Batman? 2026 game releases. What came out in June? June. Let's see. I think it was the only thing. You got NBA The Run, which is a small game. That's niche. 33 Immortals, niche. Pokemon Champions, that shit sucks. And it's a money grab. Nintendo doesn't get enough hate for it. Star Fox was the biggest game in June, and the problem with Star Fox is you got to own a Switch 2, which most people still don't. And to be fair, it's a remaster of a 30-year-old game. Something maybe I'll play eventually because I do love Star Fox 64, but it's not a reason to rush out and play that shit. So to be fair, I think this is where an example of where I do think numbers do lie if you add context to the conversation. Why in June was numbers down 21%? I could argue it was a pretty weak month in terms of game releases. It was just a bunch of, you know, decent niche games. Nothing worth rushing out and buying for most people, and damn for sure buying hardware, because friendly reminder, software does push hardware. That's the reason why there are 5 PS5 sold for every, or was it 4 PS5 sold for every 1 Xbox? There's not a lot of interesting stuff to play on the Xbox, and then you can also get it on the Game Pass on PC. So the hardware is not selling. It's a symbiotic relationship. Did you see that Avatar Legends tweeted the Xbox version will be delayed to September? They dropped the bomb 12 hours before the game release. Nah, let me see. Avatar Legends Xbox. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this just came out an hour ago. Let's see. Avatar Legends, the fighting game for Xbox Series, delayed till September 3rd. Here's the official message. Is this a tweet? Was this a tweet? Somebody got a link to this shit? Avatar Legends. Twitter. Oh, I'm so happy I waited to pre-order. Oh, there it is, an hour ago. Damn, it's real. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, man. Coming live, fresh off the presses, 1 hour ago. The official Avatar Legends fighting game Twitter has tweeted out. The official launch for Avatar Legends, the fighting game, is almost here. And we can't wait for players and fans around the world to jump in and start playing. Breaking news. As we approach launch, we want to update our community on a new platform-specific detail. For Nintendo Switch players in the Switch version, it'll be available as the standard edition only. Additionally, crossplay with... They said y'all niggas don't even deserve the deluxe. Additionally, crossplay with other platforms and language localization beyond English will not be available. What? I'm gonna let you know right now, if you buy that Switch version, you're a fucking moron. Because not only are you gonna be playing in fucking 480p, there's no crossplay, so it's gonna take 10 minutes to get a game online. Do not buy this version. We are committed to bringing these features along with upgrading to the deluxe edition to players as soon as possible, and we'll keep you updated on our timeline and progress. Now for the Xbox community. We know it's been a rough 3 months for you guys. It's just been negative news after negative news after negative news after negative news. You guys have no games. You have Asha just lying. Layoffs everywhere. Games getting canceled. And we're here to let you know we're gonna add on to the dog pile. We are forced to delay the release for the shitbox. Due to unforeseen circumstances on the back end feature, we will now launch by September. Meaning it doesn't have a release date, guys. Not it will launch on. It said by. That's a key point right there. By September 3rd. Existing pre-orders will remain active and we will not be canceled. It will not be canceled. That means the Xbox edition could drop anywhere between tomorrow and September 3rd. You just gonna have to wake up and hope it works one day. God damn, nigga. Our priority is delivering the best possible experience on every platform, and we're working tirelessly to make that happen. Thank you for your patience, understanding, and continued support. We're excited to get everyone into the fight as soon as possible. Tune in here for updates as we have them. Sincerely, Team Avatar. Now let's dig a little deeper here, because that's what we do on this stream. Let's read between the lines. because I do feel like the average person is going to read this at face value and not catch the deeper meaning of this update. TBH, what's the update? The deeper meaning of this post is the Nintendo Switch and Xbox was not a priority. Because fun fact, oh, let me hit the button for you. Fun fact, this game is made by a small development team that probably has a limited amount of resources, and they said that we want to hit our release date to keep our publisher Paramount happy. And they probably went to Paramount and said, look, if we are going to get this game out on July 23rd, and keep in mind, they already delayed it, we are going to have to put on the back burner the Switch and the Xbox version. And I'm going to be honest for you bitch ass Switch niggas, man. Come here, Minish Cat Mafia, because they're not talking about the Switch 2, I don't think. They're talking about, is this the Switch 1, I think? That shit is a fucking handheld PS4. Y'all deserve less, so I don't care.
Spin that shit. Yeah. Spin that.
You should be upset you still on that Switch. Yo, shout out to Morpheus the Gamer with the sub. As for the Xbox version, I think that one burns a little bit more. It's a modern platform, more powerful than the base PS5, and it couldn't even get a cute little avatar game with a little bit of netcode. If I'm Asha, I'm picking up the phone right now and I'm calling Paramount. What the fuck you mean? We need these games. We have nothing to play. You have to call Paramount. The people on our platform, they're tired of playing Senya Saga 2. That 5-hour walking fest, this shit is boring. They said it's boring. Hi-Fi Rush was a good game, but they're tired of playing it because the average Xbox nigga don't got no rhythm, and that's a rhythm-based game. We gave up Halo to PlayStation. Them PlayStation niggas is whipping all the Forza cars. They riding all the flying ants and grounded too. We need something on the Xbox for the console war. So please, Team Avatar, we're begging you. Please bring balance to the gaming industry. Because right now, this is how they was talking to the Paramount CEO. Right now, it feels like our Xbox has been in the iceberg for 100 years. And we just need somebody to pull up and thaw us out. Please. So yeah. That's unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. You know, regardless, jokes aside, because I am joking, I do think it's grimy. You can't use the excuse that, oh, this is a small dev team. These niggas knew this shit wasn't gonna be their day one. I'll give them a pass on the Switch version, because who gives a fuck about the Switch, okay? That shit is 480p. But that Xbox, the way they just did Xbox, that shit is dirty. And you knew that Xbox version was not going to be ready. You should have announced this like a month ago. They knew a month ago that this shit wasn't going to be ready. And people pre-ordered that shit. Now you're going to put yourself in a situation where, unfortunately, there were a lot of people that were excited about the game, and you might have pissed them off. And they might have canceled their pre-order and put their money somewhere else, because people do have limited money, man. Yeah, they did it 12 hours before the release. It already sucks to be an Xbox nigga. And now it sucks more. All right, what else I got for you? I don't even care about this article anymore. What else I got for you? Yo, shout out to Almighty Code with the sub, appreciate it. Big news, Microsoft is launching Xbox backward compatibility for PC today. We got some good news, here we go, some good news. Yo, shout out to Try Deodorant with the 10 gifted big ones. Let's get them subs up. Let's hit that sub goal. Microsoft is bringing the original Xbox games to the PC. That's a W for gaming preservation. Microsoft is expanding its Xbox backward compatibility efforts today by bringing the original Xbox games to PC. An early preview release will see 4 classic Xbox games available on PC today as part of a bigger effort to bring more Xbox console games to the PC. The first 4 games include Blinks the Time Sweeper, low-key a little gem, Conquer Live and Reloaded, Classic, which is a remake of the original 64 one. Crimson Skies, High Road to the Revenge, and Fusion Frenzy, low-key a little gem. You'll be able to purchase and download each of these games on PC, and they also will be included with all Xbox Game Pass plans. If you already own a digital copy of these games, you can now play them on the PC or handhelds like the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X. Microsoft has also added a bunch of PC features to these games to make it easier to customize graphic settings while maintaining the original gameplay. VSync support has been added alongside up to 4 times resolution upscaling, anisotropic filtering, enhanced anti-aliasing, full screen and window mode, and more. Achievements are also coming to these 4 classics, a highly requested addition for both the console and the PC. All 4 titles will also include customizable language and audio settings. That's cool that they're adding achievements, especially for people that are like achievement whores and trophy hunters. It gives some level of value to these older games. Maybe you haven't played Blinks in a long time. It'll give you a reason to go back and play it if you love that game and you want to revisit it. You can also hunt for those achievements and it shows up on your profile. Real gamer shit. I'm ready for Beast of Reincarnation, Plagues, and Mortal Shell. Tight shit, tight shit. Here's some specs you need. You'll also need Windows 11 to run these original games, and Microsoft recommends a GTX 1070 Ti or equivalent, which is basically a sneaker. These games can run on anything. This marks the beginning of a broader effort to preserve Xbox games from the past and bring them to PC over time. The VP of Xbox said, Xbox backwards compatibility on PC is another step towards preserving the games from the past and making it easier for you to enjoy and play more of those games you already own across devices you use every day. It's also a chance for Xbox to make some money because God knows they need it. This is to help slow down the bleeding. Just give them some old games. But you know what? This is a W on Microsoft's part. I'm never going to complain about gaming preservation. Hey, shout out to Morse Fights Gamer 95 with the 10 gifted big ones. I appreciate you. Matter of fact, while we're on the topic of Blinks, can we get a Blinks 2? I'm just saying, the street's been waiting for that shit, bro. Low-key gem. Shout out to Garden Infinity for becoming a member on YouTube. Other Xbox news I got for ya. More positive Xbox news involving PlayStation. If you're a PlayStation Vita owner, you can now play Xbox games on it because Xbox is now running Green Vita, which is an app that supports Xbox Cloud Gaming on a modded PS Vita. Here you go. The Vita just keeps getting better. Oh, shit. Look, I'm in a PSP and my big bro on the screen. Signing in Xbox. Here you go. He said, okay. Wow, ain't that fire? Thank God I still got my Vita. I'm not gonna lie, this low-key want to make me want to crack my Vita out, bruh, because it's got both analog sticks. This is like the perfect platform for this shit. I'm playing Gears of War on that bitch, bruh. I had one and it got stolen. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Learn how to fight, my nigga. But yeah, simple shit. If you want to look more into it, here you go. I'll drop the link. If you're a Vita owner, there you go. Link should be in the chat. He must live in Cleveland. Nah, he don't live in Cleveland. They don't have PS Vitas in Cleveland. Only nuclear bombs. Back to I gave you. Hey, listen. I gave you a couple negative stories. I gave you a couple positive stories. It's time to get back to the negative. Xbox's new VP of engineering quits just 2 months after taking the job. Just 2 months after he was appointed the new vice president of engineering at Xbox and technical advisor to CEO Asha, Jared Palmer is now the former vice president of engineering at Xbox and technical advisor to CEO Asha. In an update to his LinkedIn profile, Palmer said he's joined AI company Cognition to serve as his vice president of engineering instead. I'm grateful to Asha and everyone at Microsoft and Xbox for an amazing year. Palmer wrote in a very to-the-point missive, excited for the next chapter. Cognitive operates Devon, the first autonomous software engineer, the company's website says, in case you were wondering what it actually does. Devon plans, writes, tests, and ships production code on its own, working inside of your code base and the tools your team already uses. It's a vibe coder. So basically, he left Xbox to go work on an AI company. He just took the job, which is crazy. I feel like this is a bad sign, just because you never want to see your leadership go. Because for me personally, I don't know, because these people are high achievers, but I feel like I would be very proud as somebody who, like, damn, I worked my way up the corporate ladder at Microsoft to become the VP of engineering for Xbox, and then 2 months later you just leave to go work for some random AI company. To me, that says, because I'd imagine having Xbox on your resume has more clout than this random AI company. I mean, this it sounds like they're doing some advanced shit, but Microsoft and Xbox on your resume is much more clouded, I think. Did you hear about the hacking community banding together and paying someone $30K to hack the latest firmware for PS5? Oh, that's fire. Fuck Sony. That bag must have been crazy. That bag must have... He saw the writing on the wall, probably. I wonder what this spells for the future Xbox. Hey, listen, y'all got to get y'all games together. Y'all losing people, man. Shout out to Roosterhead with the sub. Appreciate it. He's going to be mad when the bubble pops. Probably, but not my problem. Oh, shit. What else I got for you? Former Forza director on speaks on the Game Pass. He says it's a real shame. Everyone has voiced their opinion about the state of the Xbox Game Pass over the last few months. The price has flown up, been yanked back down, and the value of the service has been ebbed and flowed, with games making their way into the platform, only to be rescinded following the operational adjustments. It remains one of the biggest points of contention in the gaming space. Recently, a former Forza Horizon director and ex-Playground Games employee, Mike Brown, spoke about the unfortunate failure of the Xbox Game Pass, a service that hosts the games he once created. He now has his own studio, Maverick Games, and is hard at work developing Clutch, an open-world racing game, which, by the way, doesn't look bad. It was a few weeks back that Mike Brown and everyone else at Maverick Games unveiled Clutch, an all-new open-world racing game that wants to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Forza. Coincidentally, that's exactly where Brown hails from, having spent almost a decade at Playground Games, firmly under the Xbox banner. Now, in a fresh interview on the MinMax podcast, Brown has answered an all-important question about the Game Pass, given his 2 cents on the debacle. I think it's really sad, and I think it's really unfortunate. They've honestly invested a fortune in the concept of Game Pass, which led to loads of teams being acquired, loads of games being funded, loads of people getting jobs, all with the vision of getting regular games landing in the service for players. I think the reality is not enough people have subscribed to it at the prices that they needed to pay in order to make the business viable. And now they're just really sad because we now are going to see studios getting shut down or spun off. Loads of people are going to lose their jobs. And to this, I say I agree, for the simple fact that we cannot stress enough. They pulled off the classic putting the cart before the horse. I genuinely think the Game Pass and Microsoft would be okay if they would have acquired Bethesda or Activision and left it at that. Acquired them, put out some games, recoup on the money, but they didn't do that. They bought studio after studio, made no fucking money, and then they're mad at us. You should have did a little bit at a time, try to figure out what's gonna work, tweak the product, and keep building upon it. The reason why Xbox is failing is their own fucking arrogance. They just assumed if they bought up everybody, everything was going to work. And that's just, you can't build authenticity. You can't build a real dedicated fan base by throwing money out at everybody. That's why I think a lot of these younger hip hop artists, they struggle right now, because long gone is the concept of making it out of your city first. Now you just can get on the internet, sound like somebody else, get a viral TikTok sound. Yeah, you're doing concerts for like a year, but then within a year, a lot of them disappear. And then y'all sit here and get mad at me when I say all these XXL freshmen are trash. And every year I'm right. With the exception of maybe 1 or 2 max, most of them don't stand the test of time. And why is that? Because it lacks a foundation, just like the Game Pass. I think the Game Pass lacked a foundation. It just kept going and going and going. And unfortunately, it's going nowhere fast. TBH, something I want you to cover. A West Virginia Republican lawmaker is charged with allegedly enticing a minor through Roblox and Snapchat. That doesn't surprise me. Come on, man. We know we need to check every computer at Congress. That does not fucking surprise me. Just played Ash Ketchum with Studio and gave us nothing in return. Nothing in return. What else I got for ya? Oh, some positive news. It's Xbox adjacent because it was on the Game Pass. Palworld 1.0 has reportedly sold over 1.8 million. We could just say it, 2 million copies, bruh. A new report has provided sales details on Palworld 1.0, and it seems the game has surpassed the 1.8 million mark across all platforms. Pocket Pairs finally released the highly anticipated 1.0 update for Palworld, marking the game's exit from early access. The launch has been a success, bringing nearly 1 million concurrent players on Steam alone. The full release is also seemingly performing well in terms of sales, indicating that not only have many former players returned, but new players have joined as well. According to recent reports from Alina Analytics, the sales figures on Palworld 1.0 indicate the game has sold approximately 30 million copies across PS5, Xbox Series, and Steam. Notably, 86% of these sales have come from the Steam platform. PC niggas buy games, man. PC niggas buy games. Furthermore, the game has generated around 700 million in gross revenue from direct sales alone. The two largest markets for Palworld are the United States and China, which together account for 27 million units. Let's see. And you know how I know this stat is real? I know this shit is real. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I bought it. I'm not gonna lie. I got the FOMO. I got it. When I'm gonna play it, I don't know. But it was on sale for 20 bucks. And you know why I bought it? I've been seeing crazy clips on TikTok and my For You page on Twitter of people fighting the legendary monsters. And that shit looked fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing some shit out of Palworld that I ain't ever seen in Pokemon. And I said, this is what I want from a monster kit. It's too addicting. You said, really? Yes. Like, the legendary battle fights look like real legend. Like, I seen a clip of a dude fighting some legendary whale monster, and the nigga threw a whole tidal wave over at his body, bro, out the ocean. He threw a tidal wave, and he had to jump on his monster and fly above it and fight the whale in the air. I said, all right, bro, this look kind of interesting. If anybody got that clip, I'll play it on stream. I should have saved that shit. So I was like, all right. And then it was on sale for only 20 bucks. I was like, I'll give it a try. Originally, I played Palworld on the Game Pass, and it kind of turned me off because the Game Pass version was locked to Game Pass players, and the Steam version was locked to the Steam version. Now crossplay is available. And I don't have Game Pass anymore, so like I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. It'll probably be an off-stream game for me, and I mean that in a good way because I can play it on my own time. Excuse me. What happens when the white Hokage shows up at your door one day on some vendetta shit? Let me give you a 600 just for you asking me that dumbass question, bro. When you come back from your 10-minute timeout, don't fucking say anything again. That wasn't funny. And I want you to understand, I'm not even mad. It just wasn't funny. Be quiet. Is this it right here? Oh yeah, here we go. I think it was this clip. I was like, all right, I gotta see what's going on in Palworld. Not the AOT music. I seen people got Gundams and shit in this. Stressing the bird out. Yeah, stressing the bird out. Yeah, I've been dropped Game Pass. I dropped it after I finished Expedition 33 because right after I had finished X33, that's when they announced the price hike. I was like, I'm out. This shit too rich for my fucking blood, bro. Fly! Fuck! Fly! Fly! Fly, you fat fuck! Fly! 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 Higher! Higher! Oh, shit! I see why Nintendo was suing them. Yeah, and then they coming out next week. The Pokemon TCG, the card game, comes out. I don't know, man. I seen some people on Twitter, like one dude responded to me saying, like, why you supporting that shit? It's a clone. Like, yeah, obviously it's inspired by Pokemon, but I hate to break it to you. For nobody who's never created anything, everything is inspired by something. Like, we all can agree this is inspired by Pokemon, but we can also, if you're being fair and not disingenuous, you can also agree that it's also its own thing. There's a difference between cloning and stealing and taking inspiration. This game takes inspiration from Pokemon, but they're doing different things, bruh. And there's nothing wrong with that. Why are you upset about fucking competition? This is what I'm telling you. Yeah, you can love both too. That's facts, homeless. We're living in a really weird era where I feel like over the last 10 years, it's just a lot of corporate cocksucking. And I feel like when I first started saying this over the last year or two, people thought I was joking and like exaggerating, but I think people are starting to come around to the thing that I've been saying, Because it's getting to a point where, like, when I responded, I see a lot of you in the comments, like, we're like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Like, this dude uploaded a video trying to give 2K ideas. You should make 2K16 fucking and put $100 microtransactions in there. Why? What the fuck? It'd be so good for the corporation. That's what he said, not my words, his. It'd be so good for them. Why are you worried about ways for them to extract resources out of you? It don't make sense to me. I'm telling you, COVID, when we was locked in the house, COVID did something to a lot of people's brains, bruh. It did a lot of that. What up, Bloody? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, this is what it wasn't just this clip. I seen some other clips too. I was like, oh, this looks really cool. I seen somebody like in a Gundam suit. I was like, you can make that shit or whatever. So I bought it. It was only $20. I was like, I can support the dev team. It's 20 fucking bucks, bro. It's not that big of a deal. I was about to pull this shit up though. But yeah, I was saying I know it's real because I bought it myself. And then look, right now, it peaked at almost 800,000 in the last 24 hours. There's 500,000 people playing this on Steam alone. Shout out. Talk about comeback of the year. Keep in mind, this is the PC version. There's also the console version. There's definitely at least 1 million, probably 1.5 million people playing right now. And it'll definitely peak over 2 million by the end of the night. That's fucking crazy. What did you say about the TCG? Oh, there's a Power World TCG coming out. Let's see. It comes out next week, July 30th. I'm thinking about I might cop some of these joints. I'm not gonna lie. The Ripper Hokage, chat. The Ripper Hokage. Rare rips with the Hokage. Yeah, they got booster packs coming. They coming after Nintendo's head, bro. They are not fucking playing. Check your local card shop. It comes out next week. You said just got back from Odyssey. It was peak ethos. Where can I buy it? Your card shop. I went to my comic book shop. They sell cards today, and I asked them. They said they selling them next week. So I might pick up a box. You know, do a little rare rip or some shit like that. Whoa, in local store. Nah, there's local. They're in the local cart. They're in the local. Collabs with Magic the Gathering. That'd be I saw a tweet earlier today. They were saying that like potentially Power World could collab with Fortnite. That'd be fucking big. That'd be big. On Nintendo's neck. And listen, if you don't like Power World, that's fine. But you should like it because it means Nintendo's Pokemon is gonna get better. I wonder how it plays. Yeah, I hope they make like a digital version of the game, like Magic's Arena or like Yu-Gi-Oh's online joints. I hope they make like a digital version for mobile and Steam so people can learn how to play the shit. Last 30 minutes of Odyssey straight gas. No spoilers. I ain't seen it, y'all. I have not seen it. Still waiting for IMAX tickets. One of the downsides of living in civilization, aka a big city, is it's hard to get IMAX tickets. They will be forced to compete now. Facts. They're gonna have to load in them windows. Xbox faces new legal complaint from Bethesda's worker union. The Bethesda Game Studios union says Montreal workers are being treated particularly poorly by Xbox. What? Xbox is in the midst of a massive restructuring. As part of that restructuring, thousands of jobs have been cut, multiple studios have been spun off, and many projects have been affected. In a new social media post, the union for Bethesda's workers stated that its Montreal workers haven't been treated well by Xbox, and they do not want to remain silent about it. In a Blue Sky post, the union reveals that Montreal staff impacted by cuts were told that they would receive the smallest severance legally possible without bargaining with the union. Here's the full statement below. Oh shit. Can we get some music for this shit? The union said, last Friday, Xbox flooded news sites announcing every expansion, sequel, and remake they got this CD. They told their lay off Bethesda Montreal employees that will receive the smallest severance legally possible without talking to me, nigga. The big homie, the union. Previously, on Monday, July 6th, dozens of employees from Bethesda Game Studios across US and Canada were told via video call they were being laid off. They were told they will remain employed until September while the company negotiated severance with the union. This is at least provided some solace and breathing room, like thanks. However, at the end of the day, on Friday, July 17th, the affected Canadians said they'd received termination letters via email. You didn't call my phone, Asha. This was contrary to what they've been told in the Monday calls. Y'all niggas lying. These letters stated the Canadians are to receive a bare legal minimum in terms of severance. That's 8 weeks of pay and the minimum legal notice, any outstanding vacation pay, etc., etc. They were also told to immediately lose their group benefit. Y'all niggas losing your health insurance. We not gonna take this lying down, bitch. We filed yet another legal complaint against Bethesda for continuing to violate the labor laws in Canada. Bethesda and Xbox leadership depend on our labor. We make them niggas millions. Correction, billions. And yet when we do, we get tossed to the side like trash. The cycle of workers paying for the mistakes of management ends here. And you know what? I say get paid, young money, young nigga get paid. I'm all for supporting the developers. I'm not gonna lie, Xbox. You can't say you was gonna do one thing and then do another, and then also send these niggas an email saying not only we gonna randomly lay you off, but we gonna pay you as legally little as possible. Montreal's an expensive city. People got families to feed. Treat people right, and they'll do right by you. And I feel like these things wouldn't be happening if niggas wasn't such corporate cocksuckers. Every day, we get on this fucking app, we get on these news articles, and people are defending corporations. Niggas fully dressed in knight armor from the fucking 1400s, dressed like a fucking conquistador. Got a little lantern and a horse, ready to fight the war for the corporation, knowing damn well you not getting no royalties, you not getting a paycheck, you not even getting a blowjob. Asha didn't even blow you a kiss, my nigga. She don't even do that. And there you are on the front lines, fighting the war, ready to die for the fucking corporation. And I'll never understand this shit. Because at the end of the day, we all lose. And if you don't support the people who make these games that we love, these people that provide these experiences that allow us to escape, honestly, fuck you. I'm looking at you, GTA 6 niggas. Because you know they said Rockstar next to strike 2. Y'all ain't been following the stream. An article came out, said them niggas is thinking about striking the week before the game come out. And if they do, I better not hear a peep. We don't care how long you've been waiting. You can wait a little longer. People got families to feed. Because let me give you some perspective, right?
Spin that shit. Yeah. Spin that shit.
If these people are not properly compensated for their work, and they all go homeless, they all can't afford health insurance and whatever else they need in life just to fucking survive, nobody's gonna be making GTA 7. So let them get paid. The right thing to do. Who dropped that shit? Shout out to Boba Guy with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you. Been at work since 5:45 a.m. Damn near 9. Grinding on my own spot. We see you, man. We love a working man. We love a working man. I agree, but who the fuck lives in Montreal? I'm about to give you a 600 just for saying that. You're a fucking moron, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is why people make fun of Americans. I'm not gonna lie. Almost a population of 2 million. He said, who the fuck? Montreal's one of the biggest cities in the world. What the fuck are you talking about? Hey, chat, we spotted the nigga who don't got a passport in the chat. We spotted the nigga who thinks you need a passport to fly to the next state. We spotted the nigga who can't even afford to have 100,000 miles on his car. The fuck are you talking about, bruh? Also, you saying who lives in Montreal? The fucking developers from Bethesda. They're yo, guys.
You are under spells. We are under a severe literacy crisis. I just read the article to you. The developers from Bethesda live in Montreal. That's who lives there. You didn't even have to comprehend. You just had to listen.
Oh, brother. Yes, the Bush administration will pay. I just joined. That's not an excuse for being stupid, nigga. Time out, bruh. I've never even been to Montreal, and I knew it was a fucking major city. What are you talking about? You said I just joined. You don't have a passport. It's okay, bruh. Next, Toronto's not a major city. Vancouver's not a major city. Meanwhile, this nigga lives in Willacoochee, Georgia, bruh. This nigga's neighbor's a rattlesnake talking about fucking Canada and shit. This nigga's neighbor on the left is Yogi the Bear and on the right a rattlesnake. What the fuck are we talking about, man? Oh boy. The Bush administration is going to pay. It's going to pay. No Child Left Behind is doing detrimental work, man. Detrimental work. Anyways. What else I got for ya? Call of Duty news. Call of Duty is introducing a new classic matchmaking system for Season 5. I guess for Call of Duty fans. Why, bro, come at you on Twitter? Because he didn't have a proper comeback. It's all good. We don't care. Season 5 arrives for Black Ops 7 on July 23rd, and Activision has revealed the season is also being paired with a new multiplayer matchmaking inspired by the older Call of Duty games. Here are the highlights. Call of Duty's matchmaking has been a long hot topic for the community, and Black Ops 7 was the first title in years to receive a matchmaking system that didn't heavily favor a skill-based formula. The game currently features open playlists, which Activision previously described as only including minimum. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care, Chad. You should have a snoring effect. Yeah, bruh.
Mods, clean up the chat. Get this bitch ass nigga out of here.
I'm talking about the article. Get that bitch ass article out of here, man. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 gets an open beta. When is it, bruh? Modern Warfare 4 is getting its first major playtest next month. The latest installment in the series, which of course shouldn't be mistaken for 2007's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, will have an open beta on the Switch 2, PlayStation 5, and Windows PC, as well as the Xbox. Those who pre-order the game will get the beta for an additional weekend. As for what the playlist will include, it will have a wide selection of brand new operatives, which the Call of Duty they're the unique playable characters. It will also feature 19 unlockable weapons in a variety of modes, including 3v3 skirmishes and tactical battles featuring tanks and more. The fan favorite search and destroy mode, yeah, who cares, bruh? When is it? The pre-order exclusive early access period for Modern Warfare 4 beta goes from August 21st to the 25th, while the open period is from August 28th to September 1st. When does this game come out? Let's see, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. You gonna play the token beta? Yeah, we're gonna be on that joint. Shit, is that correct? October 23rd. So the beta runs from late August to September, and the game comes out in October. Guys, this is not a beta, and if you think it is, you might be a little. This is a demo, guys. Another PR bullshit. There's nothing that they are going to be able to fix. It's just to generate hype for the game. Is the Avatar game releasing tonight? I don't know. I was gonna hop on it tomorrow. I wasn't tripping about that shit. Avatar Legends, we got that shit. All right, so that's the first batch of articles. I gotta pee, y'all. Let me use the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. Enjoy these clips.
Nice.
Get in there.
Yep. Period. All right, one more.
What up, Mark? Gotta watch Edwards.
Nice.
Good still. Bruh, come on!
He got it again.
Dude, I'm blocking him, bro.
Like,
I'm blocking him.
It has to go on Twitter. We have to shade him.
Y'all blue pill ninjas are annoying. We caught the fresh and fit nigga in the chat. You told on yourself because you could have just said my bad. Instead, he said you blue pill niggas are annoying. Crazy bastards getting married in a country that's against traditional families need God's blessing. You don't get no bitches, and you can't type in the chat no more, nigga. Go to hell. I don't hear that shit. That shit is not welcome in this fucking chat. Get your bitch ass on, lame ass nigga. Desert dick alert. Now I'm finna hit the fucking button on your bitch ass, bro. As soon as I find it, bro. I can't even remember my fucking bro.
Oh, hell no, don't do that. Ah, shit.
Welcome to band world.
For you to interact with than this other game. 2, this game is stupid and slow paced and made for casuals. I think you should skip it. That's a huge difference in how games are presented. But more people are going for that latter. They're like, I don't have time. There's too many games. Just tell me whether I should buy it. Tell me if it's for me. So they find someone they just like, and then that person's opinion becomes their opinion.
It's called confirmation bias. And I think the dead giveaway that a lot of people aren't forming their own opinions or they haven't actually played these games. They go off a YouTube video or a Twitch stream. Is a lot of y'all be in the chat. You come to my stream, you try to tell me how to play a game. I say, shut the fuck up. The game just started. Then when I actually get stuck an hour or two later and I ask for help, the whole chat fucking crickets. Oh, so you didn't play this shit. You don't know what you're talking about. You saw that very exact moment at the beginning of somebody's Let's Play on Rad Blad, but you didn't play the fucking game.
This has a positive side. It's easy to find some.
Before I do, let me make sure I'm not missing anything.
Aleph wasn't like this before he took over from you.
Why is he so fascinated with this dryer? He said, this is the most powerful dryer I ever seen. This thing used over 300 million thousand gigawatts. I bet it can dry my girl's panties in under 5 minutes. I hope I can get it for a good sale. It's an Ultra Instinct dryer. Big body dryer. A dryer that could be my friend, maybe my therapist. Hey, what the fuck are you looking at that dryer? They've rage quit. Both matches that I've lost, they played like pussies. Is there nobody honorable in this community? What is going on, man? What the fuck going on, man? This is crazy. This is crazy. There's no honor in this bitch, bruh. You either running into spammers or quitters. I'm trying to get better, man. I'm trying. So bullshit, bro. All right, I'm back in this bitch. Oh, all right, what I got for you? All these articles. Should we go? I mean, we just did Xbox. Let's do PlayStation. I got a few articles in regards to PlayStation, and trust me, Vancouver, Calgary, and Toronto all bigger than Montreal. Black Hokage is dumb as fuck. How am I dumb? The conversation wasn't which city in Canada was larger. The conversation was, he asked who lives in Montreal, and I said 1.7 million people. You're getting banned. You're getting banned just for being a fucking moron. You see how easy it is? I'm telling you, one of the reasons why people behave the way that they do is because we don't smack enough niggas anymore. And I'm here to let y'all know I'm here to smack niggas.
When I say bum, 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 when I say bum.
I'm so happy that, like, as a kid, I didn't understand it, but I'm so happy when I was younger. There were some times, because I was blessed with a smart ass mouth, and sometimes that can be bad. And I was so happy there were times where, like, my father would be like, bro, nigga, put the gloves on. And, like, I would have to fight my dad. Like, I needed to get punched in the face. I'm not gonna lie. This is the result of a lot of y'all just never got punched in the fucking face. Just fucking morons, bro. Go make another account, pussy. I feel like more people should get stuffed out the way. That's what I'm saying. We got to start giving niggas swirlies again or something, bro. Gotta start giving niggas wet. Like, some of you niggas deserve a fucking wedgie. I'm not gonna lie. Just fucking weirdos, man. Fucking dorks. But back to this PlayStation shit. Let's talk this games. PlayStation fans are still furious about physical discs, but the data proves Sony is right to kill them. While Sony has been getting positively crucified online for its controversial decision to end support for physical games on PlayStation by 2028, new data from Sarcana's senior director Matt Piscatella shows just how hard it will be to get the company to reverse course. According to Piscatella and Sarcana's retail tracking service, only 7 PlayStation games have sold more than 100,000 physical units so far. Oh Lord! Meanwhile, only two PlayStation games sold more than 100,000 copies in the U.S. during the week of July 11th. Piscatella posted that the stats in response to how comment sections for any PlayStation related have been overrun with angry remarks about the company's pivot away from physical media, including Sony's upcoming Wolverine game. Commenting is cool, use your voice and all that, but commenting is cheap. I don't know, he wrote. Basically, he's saying y'all can talk all you want, but are you actually gonna boycott Sony? And this is unfortunate because this data directly contradicts the data that leaked from Insomniac that said people were buying physicals so long as there was a physical and a digital version. But to be fair, I think that data did come from 2022, so this data could be accurate. Which means in the last 3 years, people have gone. I mean, it's been trending digital, but in the last 3 or so years, it's become even more digital, which would be unfortunate. Ugh. 2 PlayStation video games sold more than 10 physical copies in the 10K physical units in the US during the week ending July 11, 2026. 7 have sold more than 100K units to date, according to their tracking. Reposting the US physical sales, software sales trend for folks wanting more context. Sarcana tracks the Americas, other firms track other regions. I'm no fan of physical going away, but it wasn't my call, and I get people are passionate on this topic. I'm not saying people shouldn't be. Live your life. Piscatella also reposted previous Sarcana data showing the decline of consumer spending on physical games in the US. According to the graph, spending on physical games over the tracked 20-year period peaked in 2009 at 11.5 billion before gradually plummeting to 1.6 billion over the last year. While it could certainly be argued that 1.6 billion is a lot of money, it seems that sales are quite split across different games, as indicated by Piscatella's initial post. Since Sony announced its decision to stop making physical discs for the PlayStation in January of 2028, many players are understandably furious. On top of the collector's angle, Sony's pivot has been so poorly received because the current state of consumer rights around digital media is dismal. In most cases, purchasing a digital game on PlayStation and most other storefronts means the user is actually acquiring a temporary license to play the game, and they can revoke the license. I believe it, but I think there's no context to it because a lot of physical CDs are artificially scarce and held off to find. It took about 3 weeks to buy Resident Evil Requiem. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, you're basically saying that like they've created a problem and they're trying to make the solution digital, and they're trying to hide behind the fact that like it's convenient when really they just want to make more money. Because I agree with that. It is harder to, not only are they selling less, but it is harder to find physical discs. I find that I have to usually order off of Amazon or like Best Buy if I want a physical copy of a game. Because like you go into GameStop and half the fucking store is PS4 games and the other half of the store is fucking marked up Pokemon cards. So it's like, yeah, I kind of agree with what you're saying. Like, I'm not going to say this data is a lie, but it is skewed by the fact that like they've been actively pulling it away from us. Of course it's going to sell less because it's harder to find. And then what do we know about humans? Anytime humans are given the easy route, usually they're going to take it. Like one of you might have wanted a physical copy of a game. You went to GameStop and they didn't have it. So then you just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go home and download it because of the scarcity. So I would agree with that statement. Man, they need to drop that Blade game. Nah, facts. Man, this is unfortunate, man. All I can say is buy physical while you can, because like me personally, I just don't want to give them control. And like, I don't buy every game physical. I only buy physical games for games that I really want to be part of my collection. So I buy a few every year still. Like, I like having and owning stuff so that I can have a strong collection. PS4 being around is still wild. It's your first time in the chat and that's the first thing you said. That's what I like to hear. Welcome to the stream, my nigga. Welcome to the stream, 01. You hate PS4 niggas? This is a sanctuary for y'all. This is a PS4 hating nigga ass sanctuary. And then also, it doesn't help too that like surrounding this conversation, like it's just so many low IQ takes. Because I'm still seeing people saying that like, oh, what's the big deal? PC's been digital forever. It's not the same. PC has multiple stores. Also, when you download your games on PC, on GOG and Steam, you own these games. You will not own them on PlayStation and Xbox. That's why I will say is like, if this ends up becoming where all physical is just deleted, there's no reason to own a console. You're getting the best games, the best performance. You're getting actual ownership. You have emulators. You don't pay for the online. I'm not trying to hear nothing about PCs expensive when y'all are paying $950 for a PS5 Pro. It's a lie. It's a lie. Now, if you want to be honest and be like, I'm just loyal to my platform, I don't know why. But if that's your take, at least own it. But I'm tired of people trying to act like that's not really what it is. Some of y'all are just console warriors. The difference is you don't put on the sword and go on Twitter and argue with niggas. You're just a low-key console warrior. True, go digital. Yeah, I am curious to see how this is gonna play out. When the media ultimately goes down, the physical media ultimately goes down, I'm curious to see if more people will buy a PC and this fucks Sony over. That will just bring me so much joy. So that'll bring me so much fucking joy. Some people might not want to start their libraries over from scratch. Yeah, but you don't own, I'd argue you don't have a library. You don't own the games. These are licenses. They can revoke it at any moment. So I'd argue you don't even have a library. And starting a library on PC is not that hard just because like the sales. If you haven't experienced the sales, I'm not trying to hear it, man. Games are just so cheap on PC, but this sucks, man. This fucking sucks. Analyst says Sony's killing physical PS5 games, dooms brick and mortar stores. This is something I brought up that I haven't seen a lot of people bring up, and I'm glad that people are writing articles about it. When they get rid of this is going to fuck up brick and mortar stores. I live in Calgary, by the way. I don't care. Why you keep talking about that shit, bro? I'm just gonna ban you, nigga. Shut the fuck up, bro. I don't give a fuck. You're still talking about Canada. We off that shit like 20 minutes ago, nigga. I'm gonna ban you so you got some time to eat some poutine, pussy. Anyways, the Rockstar news pushing me towards finally getting a PC. Shit crazy. But yeah, jobs are gonna be lost. Jobs are gonna be lost. Sony's decision to kill physical PlayStation games in 2028 has understandably gotten under the skin of just about everybody. And while Decinia's creator says the company should just stop making consoles altogether, if there won't be any physical games, and analysts is sounding the alarm on how Sony's decision could be the death knell for brick and mortar stores. Oh, here's another thing before we keep reading this article. When they ultimately killed this, I'd also argue it's going to drive up the value of the collector's market, because what's not going to happen is there's still going to be companies out there that are going to create like limited runs of physical games. The problem is if the limited runs are the only ones on the market, what used to be a $70 game for a disc is now going to be $150. Oh, brother. Michael Pachter, managing director of strategic planning at the LA-based financial services from Wedbush Securities, spoke to CNBC on July 21st about the possible ramifications of Sony's choice. He said the company's decision could save Sony some money, but it ultimately feels anti-consumer. Pachter then emphasized just how important the used game market is for some consumers. Yeah, this is another part that I feel like a lot of people don't understand, and like a lot of y'all, I mean, hey, used games helped me when I was a kid. I was poor. I didn't get to own everything when it was new. That we talked about it on the podcast, but that, as much as I hate GameStop, the one thing I will give them, when I was a kid who was down and bad on his luck, them $5-10 games in the bargain bin, it saved my life, bro. Oh, wait, no, I hit the. No way, digital games not cheaper unless companies are greedy. They're not going to be cheaper. They're not going to lower the price. Absolutely not. Realistically, at least 1/3 of games have been sold historically as used, and the games that were sold used to all provide currency to the gamer who traded them in as cash to pay for new games, he said. Brick and mortar games retail is doomed. Yeah, it also means that you have less things that are tangible assets, meaning you have less things that you can liquidate. The only thing you would be able to liquidate is your actual console. If you're not following what I'm saying, If you went hood bankrupt, the only thing you could sell is your PlayStation.
Spin that shit.
Versus if we still had discs and you went bankrupt and you needed money, you could sell your PlayStation and the games. But you know, people don't care. This is stark contrast to what GameStop CEO's Ryan Cohen said on July 17th. As a top man on one of the largest gaming retailers in the world, Cohen expressed how totally irrelevant physical games are to the company's overall business. It is true the software sales are only makeup. Oh, they're talking about GameStop. That's because they're scalping Pokemon cards. We don't give a fuck what GameStop's talking about. This goofy ass fucking thing. Are we playing Crimson Desert tonight? Nah, we about to play Ban You. But bankruptcy hits, it's real, bro. It's real. Finna hit up every Walmart discount bin type shit. But the numbers haven't stopped hundreds of thousands of people from signing petition urging Sony to change its mind and continue producing discs. The internet also thought on Sony's putting physical disc in. My thing is like the happy medium is, let's say these numbers are real. I could argue they're already doing it, but just do limited releases for physicals. Be like, all right, kind of make it like the movie theater. For the first 3 months, if you want a disc, you got to get it. But after that, we're going to stop printing discs. Or do like a year. The first year of a game's release, you can get a physical copy. But after that, because you don't have to print the disc out long run. It also drive up the value of the games. He said all 9 circles. I'm curious at how much they'll be on a race to digital player 2 transactions. I don't know. Hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the like button if you're watching on TikTok. Sony was going this direction the moment they released consoles without the disc tray. No, that's real. The hints were there. The hints were definitely there. Aren't they closing the PS Vita store? Doesn't that mean people are losing access? Yeah, but that doesn't matter. People have a PS Vita now to hack that shit. They ain't worried about the store on that. And I'd argue they didn't support it in the first place. But the Vita doesn't really matter. Oh shit. Did my shit go offline, bro? What the freak? Let me check YouTube. Ooh. It's in the red. Let's see. Hokage HQ. Dumb niggas making the stream crash. They are, bro. Oh, I'm still live on YouTube. Come on, correct itself. Fuck nah. I'm gonna give it a second. All good here. I'm just talking to the chat. I'm gonna give it a second. Usually it corrects itself after a minute or two. I know the YouTube is still on. I thought it was me. Come on, OBS, act right. Stream was on a roll. It was. Now we back. Are we back? Let me see. My bit rate's like all over the fucking place. There we go. I think we're back online. There we go. Okay, we are back online. All right. Anyways, I don't know what the fuck just happened. The stream just went down for a second, but we're back. We're good. Press 69 in the chat. Type 69 in the chat if you can hear me. That's so annoying. I appreciate everybody sticking with me with the technical difficulties. That's so annoying when the stream goes down and my numbers are peaking. Got almost 900 in the YouTube chat, 700 in the Twitch, 40 in the even the TikTok going up, bruh. And then the shit fucking crashed, bruh. Come on. All right. Back to what we was talking about. More Sony news. I blame Crimson Desert. Yeah, everything went down when that nigga did say Crimson Desert. That's facts. Not only is Sony getting rid of this, Sony is silencing people. Sony imposes the strictest ever social media guidelines on staff due to the PS5 disc debacle. Wait, there's a TikTok chat? Yeah, my name on TikTok is at the black Glowkage, GLO, like glow gang. Yeah, you know what? My stream did just go down. Maybe this is why Sony tried to take me down because we slandering them. According to ex-Sony Santa Monica studio employee Alana Pierce, Sony has imposed the strictest social media guidelines ever on its employees due to the PS5 disc debacle. Someone has the Black Hokage on TikTok? They do. Earlier this month, the manufacturer announced plans to cease manufacturing physical media in January of 2028. This has created one of the biggest and longest running backlashes I've ever seen in almost 2 decades covering PlayStation, but the manufacturer is yet to say a word about any of it. That's because, according to the former God of War Luffy writer, it predicted the backlash and has told its staff to keep their fucking mouth shut, bitch. While Pierce also explains the platform holder regularly enforces these kind of policies around new game announcements, she also stresses that these are some of the most forceful guidelines the company has implemented. Translation, they knew they was going to get a lot of hate, but they made people sign NDAs that said, shut the fuck up, don't say nothing, it'll good. Basically, Sony is banking on the fact that you get over this. They said, nobody say anything, act like it's not a problem, it'll all go away. Specifically, she said, Sony already knew everyone would be pissed off. They knew this. People working within PlayStation first-party studios told me Sony had the strictest social media guidelines for this particular thing they've ever seen. Sony does somewhat regularly tell employees what they can or cannot say about certain things. I was under a lot of guidelines when I was working on God of War. I still am. And they did send me guidelines regarding what I could say on the day the game was announced. That's crazy. Sony told her what she can say. Mind you, she's the one that wrote God of War Luffy. They said, we'll tell you what to say about your fucking game. Bitch, I'm the one that wrote it. But in this instance, I know more than you. But in this instance, it's apparently the strictest the employees I spoke to have ever seen regarding public communications. They would only have this done if they knew it was going to be an enormous PR issue. This is no surprise to them. Like Pierce points out, this does suggest it anticipated a robust backlash, which is a rumor we read last week saying that they anticipated this, but they expected people to get over it. Although I do wonder whether it's expected things to go how things will go along. All the platform holders' social media accounts continue to be peppered with community notes and comments day after day, and there's no real sign of this dying down. To be honest, I'm not particularly surprised to see Sony clamp down on its staff because one errant comment from any of its employees could end up escalating the whole thing. However, it is frustrating to learn the company intends to deal with all of this by staying silent. I've long argued it needs to communicate with us better. The ex-IGN reporter goes on to explain why she believes it's unlikely Sony will back down, pointing that its disc manufacturing facility in Austria is already being repurposed as a microlens facility for AI data centers, which we covered already. You know this is bad too because this article is coming from Push Square. This is a pro Sony. This is a Sony Pony website, guys. Even the Sony Pony websites are like, nah, that ain't it.
Lock 'em up.
Oh man.
Lock 'em up.
None of this surprises me. And you know what? I believe now that this is like the second article we read that they said they expected backlash, I believe it's true. And I also believe they are so arrogant, they think that they can do whatever they want. They just got to be quiet. And to be fair, I'm going to be honest. I do think they can get away with whatever they want if you guys don't vote with your wallets. So come time when the PlayStation 6 comes out, if you don't like what they're offering, you don't like them having control of everything, I would encourage everybody to get on over to PC. The Sony Daily agents, go to PC. The only way we're going to actively affect change is you have to vote with your fucking wallet. Don't support this shit, man. But as long as y'all continue to support and bitch, they don't care. Money drives everything. If them stock prices go down, what you want is going up. Trust and believe. And the crazy part is we got about 2 years, a year and a half to prepare for this shit. Do not, because I understand their approach, right? Rumors are saying that the PS6 is not supposed to come until 2028, maybe 2029 if it gets delayed due to all these AI data centers eating up the RAM. We're 2 to 3 years away. They're hoping in 2 to 3 years you just get over it because time heals all, right? You got to be angry in 2 years, bruh. You got to be angry and like, I think I can get a better product over here. Because let me tell you what I predict is going to happen. So they took all the games off of PC, right? Matter of fact, you can clip this if you want. Let me tell you what I think is going to happen. If y'all stick to y'all guns and don't support Sony when the PlayStation 6 comes out, they're going to panic. And maybe they don't bring discs back, but I could see a world, because remember, they just pulled the games off of PC. I could see a world where if the PS6 doesn't do what it needs to do, they put the games back on PC as a panic. They said, what? Everybody's building PCs, put fucking Final Fantasy and God of War back on PC. And now I'm buying that shit for $20 on sale, pussy. Oh, shit. But we can only get to that play if you play your part. He said, I'm pirating everything. Yo, chill. You manifesting right now. I'm trying to get y'all to play. I'm trying to get you, because I don't want to live in a world where Sony controls everything. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to live in that world. That would make, as somebody who owns every platform, Xbox, PC, Switch. I don't have a Switch 2, but I got a Switch, PS5. That would make me become full-blown PC. I'm not gonna lie, because I do like PlayStation. Some of my favorite games are PlayStation. I got favorite games on every platform, but like they're getting out of fucking control for me. They're getting out of control for me, and that would make me go full-blown. Like, Chad, we're gonna have to skip that new God of War. I don't got a PS5. I'm not buying that shit, bro, unless it come to PC. You giving the play, but how many are gonna listen to act? Hey, we trying. To be fair, we got a lot of people on the Twitch and the YouTube stream, even the TikTok. There's a good amount of people more than usual. The stream is growing as a whole. I was saying this to somebody the other day. Like, one of the things that I do like is I feel like the message that I've been preaching over the years has been falling on deaf ears, but I do feel like people are starting to understand and people are starting to fight back and being like, wait a minute, this shit is getting out of control, because we're all getting older. I know how old most of y'all are in the fucking chat, like in terms of a general age. Yeah, it's the great shift. We're all getting older. People got family, they got kids, they got school, they got car notes, they got health insurance. Everything is getting more expensive. Why do you want to raise the cost of gaming? Don't price yourself out of something that you love by not being active. Because in the long run, you could end up pricing yourself out of something that you love. What's worse, the small temporary pain that you feel of not maybe being able to play a couple Sony exclusives, or the long-term pain of not being able to afford everything? You know, you have to ask yourself that, like, is this game really that fucking important that I'm willing to fuck over the whole goddamn community? Group consciousness type shit. Anyways, just some food for thought. Other Sony shit, you may as well eliminate the hardware too. Japanese developers say Sony doesn't understand the feeling of fans. Oh shit. The Sigia's creator, Soe Nikawawa, doesn't believe Sony has considered what physical editions mean to people who value them. The Japanese giant has announced plans to cease manufacturing discs in 2028.
Spin that shit.
Yo, shout out to LBJ with the sub and Alcon with the sub. Appreciate it. Gaming Addict, appreciate it with the sub. This man said GTA 6 needs to fail. He said it, not me. I have thoughts about that, but I'm gonna leave that alone because I'm not in the mood. I wouldn't complain. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yo, shout out to Ariel Smoke with the appreciate it. You said unfortunately it can't. Yeah, but if it would do more positive than bad. GTA 6 being successful is gonna do more harm than good. Trust and believe. But because people lack foresight, they can't see it. They just want to play the game they've been waiting 30 years for. While Nikawaga acknowledged the sound business logic behind the move, he acknowledged that physical releases often carry sentimental meaning for fans. For fans, being able to keep a game they love as an object can have a great deal of value. It becomes a memory or a keepsake connected to something that matters to them. They can also bring that physical game to an event like this, can ask someone to sign it. Afterwards, they can take it home, display it, and decorate their room with it. Physical games are important because they can carry that kind of meaning. Yeah, like my favorite game of all time is the original Mass Effect trilogy. I still have the original Mass Effect games on the Xbox 360 in my closet, as well as the rest of my Xbox 360 collection. You know, if one day, if God blesses me lucky enough to meet a woman who wants to have sex with me, not before marriage, but if God blesses me to have sex one day and I have a kid and they see maybe like one of the figurines on my desk, or they see a poster of one of the characters from Mass Effect and they ask me, hey daddy, who's that? Y'all ever seen that scene of what was it, Malcolm in the Middle, where the whole screen goes black and white and he starts talking to Malcolm? That would be me. What does anybody got? What was that fucking scene? That would be fucking me right there. I'm glad you asked. I could go in the closet and just give a whole fucking dissertation about why this shit is fucking great. I know what you're talking about. I wish I could find that shit, bro. I don't know how to describe it. Let's see. Malcolm in the Middle. Let's see. Dad talk. Is it a dad meme? Oh, this is it right here. I found it. Like, let's say my kid comes to me and say, Dad, who's Liara?
Skating lessons. I want skating lessons.
Son, you know once you start, there's no
Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
I know.
This means total commitment. Once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path.
For context, who've never seen this show, this is a classic show. his dad was a roller skater and he wanted to learn how to roller skate, but he didn't know his dad was like a crazy roller skater. So when he came to him and asked him, it just like triggered, you know this means, right? That would be me if my kid came and asked me something about Mass Effect. You know what this means, right? We're gonna go in the closet and get the fucking, and I could actually let them play it, bruh. Because who knows? They could take down that Legendary Edition off the Steam store. They could take it off the PlayStation store, but I own Mass Effect. I will always be able to play it. That's the fucking point. So yeah, I completely agree with that. He implied that he feels Sony's decision is cold. It's purely about numbers on a spreadsheet with no consideration for the culture and the relation. This nigga gets it. Give it up to him, bro. It is. It's just cold. It's like, god damn, how much money do y'all need? If there's going to go as far as eliminating physical packages, they may as well eliminate the hardware too. A television would be enough. Why would you need the console? If you're going to get rid of the physical games, you may as well. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That's a fair point. You might as well just make the PlayStation TV. And with the PlayStation TV, we plug it in and you can download games. What is the point of the fucking console if we can't own anything? That is a fair point. The Nippon Ichi man is of course referring to cloud streaming, suggesting there's no need for physical games at all. I don't fully agree with his comment here because while Sony's streaming solutions have come on leaps and bounds, they're still, yeah, I get what he's saying too. I get what he's saying, but I get what he said. He said, whoa, wait. Sony's streaming sucks, nigga. Yeah, everything's a PlayStation, man. Oh my goodness. Why do we act like we won't have access to these games no matter what happens? Pirating will always be a thing. Well, not with PlayStation games. They're not available on PC. You can't pirate, and then also with like the console, you can't pirate the game during the lifespan. Usually consoles don't get hacked until the lifespan is over. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's a PlayStation, so we can play GTA 6 at 24 frames per second like the world's first theater. Yeah, until it's not. Earlier today, the cover, and we're gonna cover that in a minute. The person that's on the cover of NBA 2K27 was announced. But what kind of flew under the radar is FIFA 27's cover boy was announced. It's Mbappe. Mr. Mbappe. Who cares? Anybody care? Anybody care? Anybody? All right. Shout out to the World Cup. Shout out to the colonizers beating the racists in the World Cup. Shout out to Vice King with the sub. Appreciate it. And more important news. I don't know. DC announced a new fighting game. It's not coming to console. It's a tap fighter. The reason I know it's a tap fighter is because I've seen some people. Shout out to G Hustle with the sub. All roads lead to the cloud gaming subscriptions. I hope not, man. I've seen some people who got early access to this game. They registered for the beta and they're spilling the beans on Twitter. This is a tap fighter. You guys remember those fighting games that were popular on mobile like 5 to 10 years ago? This is one of those where you just tap the screen and do auto combos. It's called DCKO, which I would imagine is based off the recent DCKO storyline that came out in comic books last year. Here we go. They gave hey, can I just say this before let me mute this shit. This is so nasty. What a goofy ass company, bro. You guys dropped a 1440p trailer. Can y'all see that? Hold up. Let me like camera left. What the fuck? Just do left this screen. Damn, I can't even show this. My left shit is fucked up. Oh, there we go. Can y'all see that right there? They did a 1440p trailer for a fucking mobile game. Who the fuck is playing 1440p mobile games? What's wrong with you people? What's the point of a cover athlete if the physical media is going away? Exactly. Just put the fucking game out, Ronnie. Shut the fuck up, bro. We don't care about the cover athlete. There's no cover. Can I say, even though I'm pissed off this is a mobile game, like visually it doesn't look bad. Yeah, it's just like, who asked for this, man? registered now. Hey, chat.
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna finish this mission up off stream.
I made a video about it. If you haven't seen it, I was a little upset about this when I seen it because I read DCKO and like if you follow the podcast, and I think I've said it on stream, I've said a couple times in different forms of media that I was like, oh, DCKO would be a good story for Injustice 3. If you haven't read it, think of Tournament of Power or DC superheroes. It's a big ass tournament again with all the heroes fighting and the villains and shit like that to become the next Darkseid. It's pretty cool if you haven't read it. And just like you turn it into a fucking mobile. Mind you, this was one of the biggest events of last year. If you're a comic book reader, this was one of the biggest events, and they turned it into a fucking mobile game. I don't get it, man. I don't fucking get it, dude. Yeah, they're calling the game Dicko. That shit is fucking funny. It doesn't look bad. But it's very obvious that where they're going. They just want to make money off of microtransactions. I don't think I'll be playing this one. I would have preferred this to be an Injustice 3, man, especially because NetherRealm needs a W. Speaking of needs a W, let's talk about 1047 games, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, from the makers of Splitgate 1, Splitgate 2, shutting down Splitgate 2 and relaunching as Splitgate Arena. Then 6 months later, we got Impulse. Comes a new story. Splitgate Studio 1047 Games is laying off more people just a month after releasing its game. Shitpulse. A little less than a month after its release of its Titanfall-inspired shooter Impulse, developer 1047 Games has reportedly laid off more employees. While the studio hasn't made a formal announcement of the cuts, multiple employees on LinkedIn have said they have been let go, and one describes it as a third wave of studio layoffs. Reports of layoffs at 1047 began to surface last week. A bunch of us, the crew aboard the 1047 train, are getting off on this impulsive station, QA director Igor Krungitsky wrote at the time. It's been an interesting ride, bumpy at times, narrowly avoiding derailment, and with everyone working hard to keep that 1047 train going. More recent messages also point to multiple cuts across the studio. UI engineer Ina Stefan Palakos wrote that the studio has been sadly hit by another wave of layoffs, and I got caught in the wave. While concept artist Jonathan Kuo said separately that at the end of the week, it'll be his last day at 1047. This is the second wave of layoffs for those unaware. And if you're wondering why this is happening, this is not like the Xbox situation. This is not over leveraging the money you have, over promising and then under delivering, so you have to let off a bunch of people. This is actually one of those situations where it's very black and white. Their games just fucking suck. Their best game is Splitgate 1. Splitgate 2 was mid. Nobody asked for Splitgate Arena. And Impulse, you spit in the memory of Titanfall. The movement was cool, but it was a first-person shooter that was not good. It's funny because I feel like this game was called Impulse because they made it on an impulse. That's what it feels like. The shooting feels so undercooked. The art direction is so uninspired. What it offers as a product is boring. The level design, boring. The guns, boring. The Titans. You made a Titanfall clone where nobody wants to get in the Titans. So to nobody's surprise, there's only 800 people playing this shit a month after it came out. Their games suck. And it's getting to a point where I'm about to call the United States government and ask for an investigation into who is funding 1047 games. You in the chat, if you did a bad job, you would get fired. If I did a bad job, you would stop watching me. These guys have now officially released not one, not two, not three, but four, count them, 4 duds. 4. I don't think game development is for you guys, man. Especially because one of the part of the conversation that's a lot of people don't talk about. I didn't even think of this. Shout out to Ethos. He said it on the podcast. The biggest offense that 1047 Games has created is the fact that they've never had a single fucking original idea. You made Halo with portals, and then you made a Titanfall clone, and you did it worse than all the other studios. That's why I said it's not a good idea to give Power World flack, because Power World borrows from Pokemon, but it also makes it its own thing. This shit sucks. I feel the same way about 343. Yeah, 343 sucks too. But I think my conspiracy on 343 Game Industries, aka Halo Studios now, I think they got something on Xbox, man. Because there's just no other explanation of why they keep getting funded. They also benefit from the fact that they're under the umbrella of Microsoft, which is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Impulse is not. Asha, fire Halo Studios, aka 343, and give it to somebody else. They suck too. So unfortunately, I don't like seeing people lose their jobs, but the writing was on the wall. Isn't it ironic that a game that's a momentum shooter, there was absolutely no momentum for this game? None. I think the only reason is Halo. Give it to somebody else, man. Ubisoft reacts to Ghost Recon leaks, promises news in August. Oh my lord. Ubisoft has confirmed that it will share what's next for Ghost Recon when it celebrates the 25th anniversary of August 6th. This comes after several reports and rumors about an upcoming Ghost Recon game emerged over the past month. On July 20th, Insider Gaming reported on a leak of Ghost Recon Wildlands Definitive Edition, a current generation remaster of the 2017 game that will add a new mission. One new mission. Support for 4K. It runs at 60 FPS. It claims that this is part of an upgrade treatment initiative within Ubisoft and meant to tide players over until the next mainline Ghost Recon comes out. I'm here to let everybody know at Ubisoft, if you think you're about to get the response you got with Assassin's Creed Black Flag resynced for this remake of Ghost Recon Wildlands, I'm here to let you know we don't care. See, even though Black Flag is not my favorite Assassin's Creed game, I do know that it is a lot of people's favorite game. So as long as that remake was decent, it was going to sell like hotcakes due to nostalgia. Ghost Recon Wildlands has fans, but Wildlands is where the series split the audience. I fucking hate this game. I don't think Ghost Recon does well in an open world format, but you guys are addicted to it. So because half the audience loves it and the other half hates it, and I swear to God, there's no in between, I don't think a remake for Ghost Recon Wildlands is going to have the response of Black Flag Resync. This shit is mid. Just keep remaking the AC series? Hell nah. Move on from this shit, bruh. If you wanted to remake a Ghost Recon, remake Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter or Future Soldier. Remake those games, but don't remake this one. This is the one that split the... You know what I know for a fact? If I sat down 10 Ghost Recon fans, all 10 of them would say I liked Future Soldier or what's the other one that I just said? My brain's fried. But if I lined up 10 Ghost Recon fans and said, how do you feel, or Advanced Warfighter, yeah. But if I lined up 10 Ghost Recon fans and said, how do you feel about Wildlands? Half are gonna like it, half are gonna hate it. Go to the series, remake the ones that are good. Remaking games isn't gonna save Ubisoft. Yeah, and that's another problem too. It's a band-aid. It's not gonna solve the problem long term. But I think they're just trying to get an injection of cash just to save their ass temporarily so that they can fund something big and take a risk. It's just, will people be patient enough to where they can get to that point to get to a risk? I don't know. Only time will tell. What I do know is hit the fucking like button. I had both. They're both good. Advanced Warfighter and Future Soldier, those are classics. You know you want Ubisoft, you should do. TVH make Rainbow Six Patriots. I feel like the Patriots thing is long gone. The Patriots thing is long gone. It felt repetitive and long. Yeah, Wildlands... The Ghost Recon Works is a more linear experience because it's supposed to be a tight and concise experience. But like when you put all these mountainous shit and fucking helicopters in it, it's all a distraction for them to release Beyond Good and Evil 2. If you crazy YouTube thumbnail, it'll make sense when I talk about it. thought it was a good thumbnail. Where that shit at? I think I deleted it. Let me see. Here it is. This is the YouTube thumbnail. It's not a crazy thumbnail. You'll know why. You'll know why that's the thumbnail in a minute when we talk 2K.
Spin that shit.
Shout out to Main City with the sub. Appreciate it. Wasn't repetitive to me. Love the story. Some people liked it. Yeah, some people liked it. But like, I think most people would agree with me that Wildlands did split the audience because that's when the series started to go downhill. Dude's a champion though. Oh, absolutely. Nobody's taking away from Cat. I'm making fun of 2K if anything. Matter of fact, let's talk about it. I'll talk about why I made that the thumbnail. Ladies and gentlemen, today 2K announced their new cover athlete. And in the midst of them announcing their new cover athlete, personally, I feel like they disrespected the New York Knicks. Chat, am I wildin'? If you missed it, for NBA 2K27, Victor Wembanyama will be the poster boy. He will be the cover person on the game. And you know, hey, listen, this is coming from somebody who is a New York hater. And when I say a New York hater, I mean it like in a fun way. I'm from DC, for those unaware. DC, Philly, New York, we have a rivalry. That's really all it is. Like, I genuinely hate Cleveland. Fuck them niggas. But New York, I just be talking shit. It's banter. So you know it's bad when I'm on the Knicks side and I say, come on, man. If they would have won, I would have said put Victor on the cover. But this kind of feels like Adam Silver's really trying to shoehorn Victor Wembanyama as the future of the league. And hey, let's get something straight. I do think he is a part of the future of the league. But the Knicks just won for the first time in 53. Knicks winning the championship is like seeing Haley's Comet. You see it once every 70 years. Brunson and Cat should have been on the fucking cover. I believe that Wembanyama was picked for the cover probably 6 months ago because nobody expected the Knicks to win. But if you are a smart PR person, because it's just a fucking picture, they should have said, let's pivot and put Brunson on the cover. I think Brunson and Cat should have been on the cover. But if they had to pick one, Brunson. They should have pivoted and put the Knicks on there. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. This shit is fucking stupid. You put a loser on the fucking cover. I don't get it. I think he will get a championship eventually, to be fair. It just wasn't his year. So what? My thing is, then I got to ask Ronnie 2K's dumbass, as a Hoops fan, are you going to put Brunson on the cover next year? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, you got to call an audible. It's not like we're calling for gameplay changes. It's a fucking picture. Call them niggas up and take the picture and put them on the cover, bro. Everybody would have been like, that makes sense. But when I saw Victor Wembanyama, I'm like, you put the loser nigga on the cover? That shit don't make no fucking sense, bro. Whatever. Now, if both the Knicks and the Spurs lost, I wouldn't have cared. I'd been like, Victor Wembanyama makes sense. But like, you put the guy who lost to the Knicks on the cover. I don't know. Seems kind of weird. Kind of seems like Adam Silver's really trying to push Wembanyama. But yeah, they dropped the trailer and a bunch of info, so we're going to go over it. And not only are we going to go over it, I'm going to give my annual spill and my annual memo to the 2K community. The question is, will they listen? All right, let's check out this brief trailer.
Victor, fadeaway jumper, down it goes. Victor Wembanyama hits a game winner. And Victor.
Can I say too with this cover? If I'm Dylan Harper and is that Stephon Castle? Who's this supposed to be? I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure this is Dylan Harper. If I'm on the cover, like, I don't know, me personally, I'd rather just not. It's Vessel. Oh yeah, you're right. Me personally, I personally wouldn't want to be on the cover like this. Like, I don't know, man. This shit kind of weird, bro. Like, your first time on a video game cover got you looking like a groupie ass nigga. And like, don't get me wrong, I get it. In the context of the game, they were probably hyping him up because he did something in the game. But this is just kind of crazy. Yeah, it's mad sensual, bro. It's like, bro, I would have called Ronnie. Listen, you bitch ass nigga. Why the fuck you put me on the cover rubbing this nigga chest? That shit weird. Why couldn't Wembanyama just been on the fucking cover? I don't get it, man. Yeah, edit me out. My thing is, if you're going to put me on the cover, I think what makes it disrespectful, and maybe I'm reading too much into this, is It's the fact that you can't see their face. I had to guess. I'm like, who is that? It's the fact they cut their faces off. Either put them in the cover or don't. It just looks like you're making them look like fucking groupies. And I feel like this is disrespectful because both of these niggas is dogs. They both dogs on the court. Like, come on, man. Give them their respect. Giving that nigga purple nurple on the cover. Oh shit, that's fucking funny. Yeah, it's just disrespectful, man. I said the same thing. Yeah, let's get these niggas. I haven't seen no 2K cover like this. Let's get these niggas hyping them up, bro. Been watching you since the prank call days. Hey, welcome to the stream, C2Z. And then somebody posted this AI cover. What button combo commits an obvious flagrant foul that gets missed by the refs? Like the Knicks should have been on the fucking cover, bro. I don't get it. I never thought I would defend the New York Knicks a day in my life, but I'm defending y'all. I think y'all got robbed off the cover. And if they put Brunson and Cat and the Knicks on the cover next year, that's bullshit. Because they might not even make it out the first round next year. The entire East got better, bro. I'm not saying they will fail. I'm just saying we don't know. I think basketball as a whole got better, the East and the West. What else I got for you? They also dropped this trailer. I'm gonna be honest, I don't give a fuck about it, but you know, for the sake of the conversation, we got to entertain it. This is where a lot of the 2K YouTubers were breaking down all the Easter eggs people were leaving. I picked up a few of them. Like right there, we got Big Basquiat. Oh, y'all can't even see that shit. Hold up, 1 second. Camera. God damn, I gotta fix. Why my camera fucked up, bruh? Man, fuck this shit, bruh. My stream sucks, chat. My fucking stream sucks. Here, let me get rid of the camera. Boom. Boom. There we go. There go Basquiat right there. So you got Basquiat on the wall. Let's go on in. I see July 28th gameplay trailer, August 28th early access, September 4th official launch. Welcome to the 2K Mart. This feels like it was generated by AI. I'm not gonna lie. Tune in on August 18th. I don't trust it. This is an interesting poster right here. It says, if you can read it, discontinued left right cheese. All right, Ronnie. We'll see it when we believe it. Yeah, all right, buddy. Can't wait to play this over Onimusha. What up, nerd? What the apparel brand spotlight? Bulls. This is some random shit. There we got just a wall of Vessel and oh boy, squeezing Victor Wembanyama's nipples. One of my favorite creators growing up. Good to see you still doing your thing. Welcome to the stream, Jalen. Hey, hit the like button if y'all watching on TikTok. Hit the like button. That helps me out. YouTube too. Hit the like button. Yeah, this feels AI generated. Buzzer beating flavor in every bite. No Black and Miles. Yo, chill. Okay, we got poster protein. Hey, chat, what does this all mean? I wish I cared enough to like properly break this shit down, but I don't. I know somebody dropped a 50-minute video just, okay, chat. Like, okay, they got a new flavor. Like, what does this mean for the gameplay? Yeah, can we get a bacon, egg, and cheese with the grabber on this shit? I've seen a lot of people hyped about this part right here. They took screenshots because it says my career. And then if you notice, there's 2 analog sticks right here. So people think it's going to be co-op. My team will still be expensive. Contest. I hope this is a hint to they've reworked the defensive system and defense is better. I'm a 3D architecture pro. This looks like my first year. You said this shit looking like looking a little Full Sail University. And then people were hyped right here. West 155 Street. People thinking that Rucker Park's going to be in the game because that's the street that it's on. Do you think Wemby was right choice for this year's 2K? Nah, I think it should have been Brunson. That's what we were just talking about. I think it should have been Brunson. But I'm like 95% sure this shit was generated with AI. $150 game, by the way. Why don't they just show the gameplay? Because they gotta slow drip this shit. It's funny too because they're gonna do their typical kind of roll out, but like hey Ronnie, I don't know if you guys know, but Phantom Blade Zero is coming out, Wolverine, GTA 6, Marvel Token, Avatar, what else am I forgetting? Oh, Plague's Tale, Control, it's a lot of games coming out. I'm gonna need you guys to stop slow dripping. Mortal Shell 2, right? Did you see the dude that at you on Twitter? Yeah, I don't care about that shit, bro. Motherfucker, hoes mad. When
I say bum, when I say bum, when I say bum, when I say bum, when I say bum, when I say bum, when I say bum.
I don't take Twitter seriously, guys. I literally just get on there and crack jokes. Yeah, Barbie coming out. That shit gonna be tough, bro. That shit gonna be tough. So yeah, that's the 2K Mart with some Easter eggs in there, some AI Easter eggs. Maybe focus on the gameplay, not the microtransactions, you fucking clowns. Those screenshots they posted of the players on Twitter were pretty bad. Did I save those? Oh yeah, right here. You talking about these? First look at the stars in 2K27. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it actually looks worse. This, like, if I didn't know and you told me this is the Switch 2 version, I'd believe you. Got clearly color. Like, I don't know, like it just looks off. It doesn't look as good for some reason. I'd expect, like, where's the sweat? It's not enough sweat, man. What physical copies are you getting? I don't know if you answered. I'm definitely getting Wolverine physical. Is Phantom Blade Zero an exclusive? I think I might get Phantom Blade Zero as well. I gotta go look through the list again. There's a few I'm gonna pick up. Mortal Shell 2, probably not, because I know I'm getting a free copy. It depends, because y'all gotta keep in mind that sometimes these games I get for free. If I get it for free, I can't complain. But usually the PlayStation exclusives, I get the disc. What about a Beast of Reincarnation physical? I think I might be getting a code for that one. If that game is good, maybe I'll buy it like when it's on sale. Because sometimes what happens is when I get a free copy of a game, if I really enjoyed it, I'll wait like a few months and wait for it to go on sale, and then I'll cop a disc for it. Because you don't want to pay $70 for it. Wait for it like $30 or something. You thinking about grading your old games? Nah. I'm giving them to my kids, bro. Hopefully they don't sell them. So what comes with this year's edition of Call of Duty? I mean, same shit. Fucking NBA 2K, man. Whatever, bro. Same microtransactions, different game. All right. So standard edition. What the fuck? Why can't I zoom in on this shit? Let's see. Damn, bro. Hey, let's go to the 2K website. I can't zoom in. Yeah, 2K27. Standard jack shit. Boom. Wait, okay, 27. Let's see what's coming with it. Wait, Victor Wembanyama. Nothing is out of reach for Victor Wembanyama, including becoming the face of the league. The guy that just got beat? And not only did he get beat, he got definitively beat. Like, this nigga caught an ass whooping. Let's be for real. The reigning defensive player of the year is shattering records at an unprecedented pace, and his talent can only be described as otherworldly. Yeah, I feel like they definitely picked him as the cover boy, like months in advance. Caitlin Clark is changing the game with her limitless range. Yeah, also her fucking crying every 5 seconds about every foul call that doesn't exist. She's also changing the game because she might be the first WNBA player with a MAGA fan base. She's the first person I've seen the US government call the WNBA and say, hey, you need to be nicer to Caitlin Clark. Yeah, you're definitely changing the game. For all the wrong reasons. But it's her will to win that's fueled her rapid ascent from college phenom to WNBA superstar. Clark holds the all-time NCAA Division A scoring record for both men and women, is a #1 overall pick, Rookie of the Year, 2-time All-Star, and the ultimate competitor. Take the court with her in the deluxe edition. Let me tell y'all who the real rising star with the women's basketball is. Shout out to Olivia Miles. Overrated. Let's see. Derrick Rose. He started with a dream on the south side of Chicago and built a legacy that inspired the world. Derrick Rose is the youngest MVP in NBA history, a 3-time All-Star, an icon on and off the court, and an NBA 2K cover star. And also the greatest what-if story in NBA. Besides maybe like... Brandon Roy. I feel like Brandon Roy's like, he was one of my favorite players. Like, he's a great what if story. I feel like he's one of the greatest what ifs. But if you want to argue Derrick Rose, that's fine. Celebrate his career with NBA 2K27 Ultra Edition. Olivia Miles is a dog. A dog. Len Bias. Shout out to the DMV. So I know Len Bias, but the problem with Len Bias is he never got to play a game because the whole situation with the coke. So it's kind of hard. But yeah, if you want to put Len Bias up there, it's really hard to tell because he didn't play a game. That's why I put Brandon Roy up there. Anyways, that's the synopsis we got. Oh, we got more screenshots. Okay. We got the Snow Bunny Hunter. Okay. We got the defensive tackle. We got the smartest guy in the room. I fucked it up. We got the nigga who got bitched out in the semifinals. Oh shit. We got the nigga who got steamrolled in the finals. Oh shit. We got the #1 MAGA hooper. And one of the greatest what if stories in basketball history. We got the nigga who is dying, begging, screaming for a #2 to help him. I don't even know what to say for Cooper. We got the first basketball player to ever make it out of Maine. He said, I love this button. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know who this is. Wait, is that Aja? Is that Aja? Am I bugging? That's Aja, my bad. But I don't like that face scan. That face scan wasn't the best. Respect, Aja. No, I know Aja. That face scan was like, wait a minute. It was ass. Yeah, that wasn't a good face scan. Anyways. Pre-order for limited time rewards. Pre-order NBA 2K27 Deluxe or Ultra Edition before August 17th and claim this limited time offer. In addition to the 10K VC pre-order bonus, this limited time offer includes 15,000 VC, a race car helmet in my basketball game, and a GOAT Steph Curry My Team card in NBA 2K26, which will be completely useless. A hyperdrive suit and a 90 overall Victor Wembanyama My Team card, which will be completely useless by the end of month 1 when everybody buys all the ultra rare pink diamond cards. NBA 2K27 loyalty discount. 2K26 players will receive a 10% loyalty discount when pre-ordering NBA 2K27 Ultra Edition on the same console platform. Continuing your NBA career and save on NBA 2K27 with a loyalty discount. Wow, guys, 10% off. Oh, here we go. So this is what I was looking for. All right, so with the standard edition, you get 10K VC, 70 days early access. You get season 1 season pass, My Team content, 2-hour double XP, AAA, blah, 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 blah. And then my career content, 25 times 6 types skill. These are all worthless because you'll use those in like your rookie game and then you won't even have them when you really fucking need them. It's grayed out so you don't get it. Oh, my dumbass. Fuck you, Ronnie. Fuck you. So you only get the 10,000 VC? Chat. Can we talk about this cover? Did I save it? Where's it at? Here's a closer look at the covers. All right. So we already talked about the purple nurple. This cover is just fucking sus as hell. Then you got this one. They got D-Rose looking AI as fuck, bro. They definitely threw this shit in Mid-Journey. But this is the one that stood out to me the most. The Caitlin Clark edition. Why? This is how you know they was using AI. Why the fuck does Caitlin Clark look like a light-skinned woman with a black dad and a white mom who was raised by her white side of the family and they used to terrorize her by calling her nigga? It just, I don't understand. Like, this don't look like no white girl from the Midwest. This shit look like a Greek woman, bruh. She called her Ronnie and said, make me light skinned, bro. What the fuck is this shit? That is not Caitlin Clark. Yeah, it's 100% AI. They're not even trying, dude. They're not even trying. Anyways, back to what we was talking about. All right, so the deluxe edition, you get the 10,000 VC, then you get 100,000. The ultra edition, you get 135. Early access. So wait, the standard edition doesn't give you early access. Gross. You don't get the season pass. You get my team content, full 27 series, a bunch of cards you won't even use outside the first month. Olivia Miles is better type shit. Are these designs the actual covers? These are the actual covers. And then you get my career content with all these skill boosts, and then this version you get the 135, the early access, you get the season 1 pass. Plus they give you, I don't understand why they do this, right? Why they did this last year. Why in the Ultra Edition do you get the season 1 pass and then they give you the season 7 and 9 passes? Why? If listen, how much is this shit? Jesus. Pre-order now. How much is this shit? PlayStation, pre-order now. $150. If this shit costs $150, why the fuck do you only get 3 season passes and 2 of them are random as hell at the end? I'd argue this $150 would probably actually, I can't believe I'm saying this, that $150 price tag would probably be worth it if you got the extra VC and you got season 1 to 9, all 9 season passes. Then I would say, kind of like, as much as it pains me to say, over the past few years, the $100 edition of 2K was worth it because you got NBA TV with it. And I watch a lot of basketball. You got every basketball game across the country. So it made it worth it if you watch NBA basketball. But this shit, that's so random. Who the fuck is playing 2K season 7 to 9? The only one that you're really worth getting is season 1 because most people will quit by season 3. I don't fucking get it, man. Sunken cost, if you're promised a later season, it might incentivize people to stay longer. It ain't, you can never incentivize me to play this game. If I hate it, I'm getting off it, especially the fucking community. Although, I can't say too much. Let me chill out. It's 150 for the standard TBH. You're gonna buy the 100 to 200K VC type shit. The covers are trash. Yeah, well, the good thing is we don't play games for covers anyway. But yeah, this is what you get. So this is the part of the stream where I do my annual pitch to everybody in the 2K community. Let's see. I don't even know what this song sounds like. Let me see what this is. This a vibe? All right, listen. Every year I do this, and every year nobody listens. But I'm gonna do it again. Because I'm never going to stop fighting the fight and I actually care. I have, over the last few years, shifted my stance. Because the reality is that for a lot of junkies, it's hard to quit cold turkey. It's hard for the average junkie to just put the cigarette down one day and stop smoking. Most people need a nicotine patch. Most people need to go to therapy. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you love basketball and you plan on picking up this game, you need to decide right here and now, how much are you going to spend on this game? Last year, I can proudly say, I made 1 build, count them 1. My rule is 2 builds a year. I got enough VC for 1 build, and if I fuck it up, I'll make another. And if I fuck that one up, fuck you. I'm not making another one. You have to ask yourself, are you making 1 build, 2 builds, 3? I'd say cut it out after. Yeah, vote with your wallet. I don't want to see nobody on the timeline talking about their 10th build. That's unacceptable. Because for those unaware, the majority of 2K's money does not come from the sales. It comes from the VC. 70% of their income in 2024 came from VC sales. If you don't like the product, either don't play it or just don't be a fucking whale. Don't be gluttonous. I feel like that's much easier. I don't feel like I'm asking for too much. You don't need 20 builds, guys. Because the reality is, I need you to think about this. Every time you reach for that needle, your hand shaking, aka your credit card, and you buy that $100 pack of VC, that gives money to Ronnie 2K to go out and buy a new lace front. And if you ask me, Ronnie has enough lace fronts. Not asking much. Just please be a responsible adult. And at bare minimum, if you fucked up the first test, you bought the game and you bought a shit ton of VC, you got 30,000 builds. If at some point you're so frustrated with the game, at bare minimum, what I ask is you stop playing the game. Because, for those unaware, in the city, there are billboards everywhere. Why? Because they serve dynamic ads inside of the game. If we lower the player population because we don't like the product, it fucks them over with advertisers and it forces them to make a better product. Be an adult. The average gamer has risen to 36 now. It used to be 35. The average gamer is 36, pushing 40. I'm one of them. My birthday's next month. I need y'all to act like it. Not to mention most of your builds play virtually the same because your playstyle is... Exactly. You niggas make the same ISO Savant every fucking year. Why do you need 20 variations of the ISO Avant? Okay, this one... Okay, listen. This one got a 93 on the handles and an 89 3 ball. But this one got an 88 on the handles and an 84 3 ball so that I can get an 81 on my dunk. Bro, get a fucking life. God damn, pass the ball. It's not all about you. We don't need that shit, man. They gonna reveal the gameplay soon. We gonna see how people... Joe Knows dropped all these videos and people were like, yeah, we're gonna stick it to him. We'll see. We'll fucking see. Hey, but these covers suck. You need to delete the... Y'all need to redo... Y'all did Caitlin Clark dirty. This is not a black woman, okay? This is not a fucking black woman. This looks like a light-skinned black woman from fucking Wisconsin named Vanessa, who lives with an all-white family in a trailer park, and they call her nigga every 5 seconds, bruh. So she grows up with fucking identity issues and shit like that. She looked like old girl from the Boondocks. If you would just give her pigtails, she like old girl from the Boondocks. What was her name? That's Cassandra Clark. She does look like Cassandra from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the olive skin Jasmine. Yeah, this is Jasmine right here. All right, what else I got for you? That's my 2K talk. That's my annual 2K talk. Me personally, I'm at a point in my life where like I'm getting older. I'm gonna always fight the good fight, but I'm not gonna keep yelling at y'all, man. You know what you gotta do. TBH, how do wait? TBH, I want to eat better. What should I eat? I never did that before. You know what you gotta eat. Broccoli, chicken. Come on, nigga. I'd still hit though. Nobody asked you, man. What the fuck? Nobody asked you. Nobody in the chat said, man, I wonder where Abstract will put his penis. I wonder, man. That guy is cool. Thank God Abstract let us know, man. What else I got? All right. In other news, Nintendo says it has no legal duty to pass U.S. tariff refunds on to the consumers.
That took on Blade gameplay too.
Yo, shout out to Booty Gorilla with the $10 super chat. He said that token Blade gameplay though. That shit fire. We gonna be on the beta this week. Minish Cap Mafia, come to the front. Nintendo's asking a court to dismiss a proposed class action lawsuit that was filed this past spring by gamers who say Mario Maker is breaking the law if it doesn't pass on its U.S. tariff refunds to consumers. If you're not following, basically, the president you voted for put out universal, what's the word I'm looking for? Universal tariffs. The Supreme Court struck that down and said the president does not have the power in the executive branch to say tariff the world. World war tariffs. You get 10%, you get 20%. But while those tariffs were active, they were affecting Nintendo. And fans filed a class action lawsuit like a month or two ago saying, hey, If the United States government is going to refund Nintendo for the tariffs that they had to pay, the illegal tariffs that they had to pay, that means we should get a cut because we had to pay for that bullshit too. Nintendo said, I think not. Those consumers received exactly what they bargained and paid for when buying a price hike Nintendo goods last year, the company said in the filing on Monday. They said, nigga, they said suckers. That's actually fucking crazy. They said fucking suckers. You saw that price tag. You saw it was marked up. Fuck out of here. Plaintiffs are not entitled to a rebate simply because of intervening legal developments related to the tariffs. Nintendo said, take it up with your government, bitch ass nigga. Nintendo increased the price of the Switch 2 controls in the original Switch last year following the imposition of global spanning U.S. tariffs. And then this past February, the U.S. Supreme Court said it was illegal. That's what I said. I caught you guys up. Hey, TBA man, the politics don't affect me, bro. Why can you talk about the politics? See, this is politics, bro. It affects the shit. I can't entirely disagree, though. Yeah, because to be fair, the tariffs are paid by the company, and then they pass on the price to you. So ultimately, it is your choice to pay that increased price. And also, like, at most, let's say that these people do win the class action lawsuit. At most, you're probably going to get like $50. Like, it is what it is. Take that L, my nigga. Take that fucking L. I wouldn't be mad if they won, though. You think customers can learn this lesson? Nope. I think the lesson here is if a company is charging you for something that you don't want to pay for, maybe don't pay for it. Because if you would have waited a little bit, you could have got it at the regular price. Because I see these at Costco. They have a bundle at Costco right now for $519. And it comes with a game and like a year of online or some shit like that. For an extra $20. That's a good price. Find the Black Hokage on the PSP. Somebody got to do it, bro. Other news. Positive Nintendo news. That was negative. Positive Nintendo news. Splatoon Raiders reviews have dropped, and it's looking good. I'm seeing 10s, 9s, 8.5s, 8s, 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 7s. But at the very bottom, The Guardian gave it a 4. That's so fucking random. These 6s and 4s. I can't help, like, when I see reviews like this where like everybody's just loving it, and then I see shit like this, I can't help but feel like you're just trying to be different. I haven't played the game myself, so you know it's not my place to tell you your opinion's wrong because they did play it, but it does kind of feel like you're just trying to be different. I don't have a Switch 2. Does anybody in the chat have a Switch 2? Anybody interested in this game? I'm just putting y'all on and letting you know that something good is out there for the Switch 2, apparently. Watts is super excited about this game, so I'm pretty sure she's going to be talking about it on the podcast because she said that she wants to play it, and it looks pretty good. Is any company getting tariff refunds passing back to the consumer? No, it's not just Nintendo. Matter of fact, Nintendo's the only one nice enough to address it. Most of these other companies are not even going to address it. I have a Switch 2, and I'm hyped. I've seen the gameplay. This one doesn't do it for me, but if y'all like it, you love it, you know? They deadass trying to be different. Those reviewers always give low scores to Nintendo games. Yeah, some people are just Minish Cap Mafia haters. And that's why it's important to keep your Minish Cap Mafia, keep your Minish Cap on and be ready to fight the war with that Hyrule sword. Oh, in other news, Japan launches a task force to crack down on you fucking Pokemon scalpers. Let me see, right? This we got. They not playing with you niggas, man. Oh, you bitch ass scalping niggas. Stealing all the prismatic prisms or whatever that shit is called. I don't know what you nerd ass Pokemon niggas is talking about. They getting sick of this shit. Japan's government is creating a special team to tackle ongoing scalping and counterfeit issues impacting Pokemon cards and other popular TCGs. According to Kyo News, lawmakers from Japan's Liberal Democratic Party are preparing to launch a preliminary group focused on this country's rapidly growing trading card industry. The group will hold its first meeting on July 23rd. That's tomorrow, where lawmakers will hear from the industry organizations and Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry about the issues facing collectors, stores, and card companies. They putting together a task force. Think Rainbow Six Siege for Pokemon prismatic prisms and whatever the fuck else y'all be. I can't even say that shit with a straight face. Popular trading card games like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Have become hugely popular in Japan and overseas, with rare cards selling for thousands of dollars. I'm about to get some of them Power World cards and do them rare rips. Cards like Logan Paul's ultra rare PSA 10 graded Pikachu Illustrator even broke a Guinness World Record after it sold for an eye-watering $16 million. With the chance to get your hands on life-changing amounts of money, the trading card game has become an investment just as much as it is a hobby. However, this has led to ongoing issues surrounding scalping, counterfeit cards, and even theft. On April 8th, two brothers went viral after pleading guilty to steal Pokemon cards worth $95,000 in a double heist, while a free Pokemon card event in South Korea was canceled after an estimated 40,000 fans flooded an event in Seoul. If you would have told the 10-year-old me back in the year 2000 that niggas would be doing GTA 5 double heists over Pokemon cards, I would have laughed you out the fucking room. Man, I wish I would have kept my holographic first edition Blastoise and Charizard. Ain't them bitches worth money? I remember I had a binder full of all them rare ass cards, man. I think I just gave them bitches away to like Goodwill or some shit. God damn, man. 16 million? I know it's a bubble that's gonna burst, but god damn, I'm trying to get in this bitch before it pop. 100K easy. And I told this story on stream, but I remember when I was a kid, one of the teenagers I had to been like between 8 and 10 when Pokemon first hit the shores, right? It was a teenager in my neighborhood. He was like 15, 16 at the time, saying, yo, hold on to your Pokemon cards. He said, hold on to your, I never forget this. This is actually why I gave away my Pokemon cards. He said, hold on to your Pokemon cards because in the year 2000, them things gonna be worth so much fucking money. And you gotta keep in mind, I was a kid back then, so I didn't understand. But me being a kid back in like 98, for some reason, my brain really thought 2 years later, they'd be worth thousands of dollars. So when the year 2000 came around, it wasn't worth jack shit. And I got mad and just gave them away. It turns out the nigga turned out to be right. He was just wrong about the fucking time. I wish I would have kept that binder, man. I had everything, bruh. We used to rob niggas for Pokemon cards too. Some of them I bought, some of them I took them. I did what I did. Past the statute of limitation. Allegedly. No, it's not allegedly. I did it. I was a kid. We used to rob niggas for Pokemon cards, bruh. We used to beat niggas up and take their fucking binders, bruh. I had a gang. That's why I had all the rare cards. My parents didn't buy them all. Anyway, hey, listen, any kids, listen, don't do what I did. It's just a story, okay? Don't do what I did. Anyways, even Usman trading cards have been hit with the hefty resale prices, much to the anger and surprise of fans. As you can imagine, the extortionate resale prices and scalping issues make it incredibly difficult for fans who enjoy collecting and playing. To help counter these issues, lawmakers in Japan will discuss possible rules to make trading card transactions safer and more transparent. The government-based group will also look at bulk buying, resale practices, and possible use of expensive cards. They money laundering? Niggas is money laundering with first edition Sandshrews, first edition Diglets, first edition Totodiles, first edition Clefairies. Hey, nigga, move this money, but move it through the Clefairy. I got a holographic for you. Yeah, this is a Pokemon Rico. After all, Japan's Toy Association revealed the trading card game market reached around 338 billion yen, which is around 2.3 billion USD in 2025. Holy shit! So lawmakers hope to support the industry's continued growth outside Japan while also tackling major issues that currently surround the market. This news comes shortly after the Pokemon company revealed that it was considering introducing government-issued ID checks for certain TCGs and product sales to prevent scalpers and put products into the hands of fans. Hey, if anybody from Japan in the Pokemon community sees this, I got an idea for you. You want to cut down on the scalpers in America? Fuck an ID. Require a super ID to buy Pokemon cards. What am I talking about? You know all them weird ass niggas that be shaking the fucking shaking the vendor outside of fucking Walmart and shit, trying to get the rare cards. Require these niggas to scan their passport to scalp these cards. If you require, fuck a ID. If you require a passport to buy Pokemon cards, you just eliminated 80% of the American population. Cause you niggas ain't been nowhere. Ain't been nowhere, bro. That shit is fucking funny, man. Yo, deadass, man. You know, if you want to do the rare rips and have a good time, you know, cool. But leave some for the kids, man. Even me, if I get into the rare rips, you know, if I start buying cards, I might buy a box or two, but I'm not gonna buy out the whole fucking shelf, bruh. Keep in mind, these are kids' toys. Fucking relax, man. Fucking relax. Jeez. Especially because this shit is a bubble. It's all gonna explode at some. There's gonna be a point where people are saying, you know what, I don't care, and these cards aren't worth anything. Because keep in mind, what is currency? Currency is a universal agreement amongst humans that says this is worth that. If there comes a point where enough people are frustrated, that $16 million card might be worth $5. TBH Ripper stream on the way. That's why, in my opinion, I don't think, unless it's sentimental to you, you shouldn't be holding on to this shit. Make some money. Yeah, I might do some rare rips, man. I might do some rare rips. I went to the comic book shop today. I asked them, y'all gonna have them Power World cards, the Donna Palapagos or whatever that shit is. They say, yeah, I might buy a couple boxes if I can get a. The only problem with that is like, I don't even know what the rare cards would be. And to be fair, I don't know what the rare cards in Pokemon are either. But I might become a Hokage Ripper, man. PC news. Steam Deck sales are estimated to have plummeted by 80% since the massive price hikes earlier this year. Back of a napkin math suggests. I will never get into Pokemon cards when I saw a nigga snatch a pack out of a little nigga hand in front of his grandma. Yeah, like, don't be on that shit. That shit is corny to me. I would never do that. The Steam Deck was once a budget champion, but no longer. Ever since the price hikes earlier this year, Valve's handheld has become difficult to argue as a value proposition, and according to recent sales estimates by a Boiling Steam, it appears that consumers may agree. The site has attempted to estimate the number of Steam Deck units sold by tracking its position on the top sellers listing and exploiting data and the relations to the entries above and below. This back of the napkin math is hardly definitive, but it suggests that when the Steam Deck dropped from 4th and 5th on the charts position between 10th and 15th after the price adjustments in May of this year, the drop in weekly units sold would equate to roughly 80 to 82%. Translation, people stop buying this shit. Listen, the reality is that, you know, times is hard, not a lot of money out here, and nobody wants to pay more for a 5-year-old piece of hardware. It's dated. First of all, when the Steam Deck came out, the hardware was dated. We're now 5 years removed from it. Even more dated, and you're charging more money for it? When people's money is tight, people not buying that shit. I know I ain't. Great emulation machine. Great running games at like lower frame rates, but it needs a refresh, man. The ROG Ally is better in my opinion. Yeah, but that shit is expensive too, bro. This has nothing to do with like the Steam Deck in specific. This has more to do with the AI data centers eating up all the RAM. All that shit is more expensive. The price on the ROG Ally, the MSI Claw, all those things, they're all marked up. All technology, which is unfortunate. Let me ask a question. Has anybody bought a Steam Deck recently with the marked up price? Be honest. Anybody in the chat said, fuck it, I'm balling. I don't give a fuck. I'm finna pull up to the store like, fuck no, damn, nope. Yeah, like I had a little interest in getting the Steam Deck, but once the price went up, I was like, yeah, I'm never getting one. Unless I can get one off Facebook Marketplace for like the low, and then even still, like, I don't trust people on Facebook Marketplace. You got to bring a bazooka to the damn to the parking lot. They try to stab you or some shit, bro. No, you can't stab me. I got a bazooka. I'll blow this whole bitch up, bro. The worst part about the price hikes are SSDs, bro. I just want more storage. Oh yeah, people forget. Yeah, the SSD prices are marked up too, unfortunately. We as a society are supposed to be progressing, and we're just actively going backwards, man. Got mine for free, thanks to you. Hey, I got it before. I should have maybe bought myself one. That was before the price hike. This is an L timeline. More Steam news. I was considering getting a PS3 off Facebook Marketplace or just from GameStop. You might be better off going to like garage sales, like looking up garage sales in your area. Valve Dev explains why Steam Machine won't have exclusive games. The Steam Machine is a big and powerful console. Yeah. But it's also on the pricier side of things. That's true. There have been suggestions that Valve could eventually turn its biggest IPs into exclusives like Half-Life, but a dev has explained why the company has no intention of doing this. Imagine if Valve dropped the bombshell, Half-Life 3 coming exclusively to the Steam machine. It would shift units for sure, or maybe even a new Team Fortress or a Portal. For now, Valve won't be doing this, and we know why. I live in New York, man. Ain't no garage sales over here. Yeah, but y'all got mom and pop shops over there. A lot of mom and pop shops that'll sell you shit early. I know. I've been out there. Steam machine won't restrict people with exclusives. In an interview with Bloomberg, Valve's engineer Pierre-Luc Griffas discussed the possibility of the Steam machine offering exclusive games as a way to incentivize players. He explained why this won't happen. Restricting where people can play a game, I don't think is a great model, at least for us. We're much more interested in having the whole PC catalog as our launch exclusive. So with that, the idea of the console exclusive seems a completely moot point. You won't be tied down to the Steam machine with certain games. It also means we do get Half-Life 3 sometimes this millennium. You won't have to fork out $1,000 to play it. It doesn't make sense to make exclusives for the Steam machine anyway, for the simple fact that like it's an underpowered piece of hardware. Exclusives, one of the main points of the exclusives are they to drive to show the power of the hardware. Like I don't know what they could make that could show off the Steam machine that differentiates it from the PS5 and the Xbox Series. So like, yeah, just stick to Steam game. Like, plus we know y'all allergic to making games with 3 in it. I got the Steam Deck LCD the first year. I wanted to get the OLED, but the price hike. Yeah, I would have got the OLED, but man, that fucking price hike, man. Go to a very rich neighborhood on a bulk day and find crazy stuff they threw out. Yeah, trash day in rich neighborhoods. I heard that shit is great. I heard that shit is great. Is the Steam machine lower than your PC setup? Nigga, don't insult me. Why would you even ask me that shit, bro? Drop 5 subs in the chat to apologize, bro. The fuck? I got a 4080 Super. Don't play with me. 64. You know, I seen a TikTok last night. This dude said, "Fuck these AI data centers, man." He's like, "I wish I would have upgraded my shit last year before these fucking price hikes." He said, "I got 16 gigabytes of RAM and it feels like I live in poverty, bro. I should have updated my shit, bro." I'm sitting here laughing with 64 gigabyte. Y'all remember last year when I upgraded my PC and I said I had 64 gigabytes of RAM in my PC and chat was laughing, saying, "Oh, that's overkill." Yeah, all right, nigga. Now what? No, when I build, because I don't like building PCs all the time. I don't like doing that slow upgrade shit. When it's time for me to upgrade, I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to drop a bag, because to be fair, it's a tax write-off for me, so I have that privilege. So I'm gonna drop a bag. Absolutely. I'm gonna deck my shit out so I don't gotta upgrade for another at least 5 years or some shit like that. I'm good. But yeah, shout out to everybody who got 16 gigabytes of RAM, man. Good for you. Just ahead of the curve. Yeah, we trying to be ahead of the curve. That's the beauty of PC. You can go overkill, bruh. I like having a million tabs open. Steam has added new updates to gifting and wish listing. Gifting is now cross-region gifting to friends with prices calculated. So basically, you can gift to people in other countries. Guest checkout now includes games, gifts to emails. You no longer need to be friends to send gifts, and can send digital gift cards or games directly from somebody's wish list. This would be great for like people like who do content for like giveaways, so you don't gotta add people to your friends list and shit like that. And then wish lists have been upgraded. You can custom categories being added, improve search, improve navigation. Wish listed games will show if they have a demo. You can create a shareable link to others to view your private wish list, and the link can be filtered to specific games. This would be great for streamers who have like wish lists and shit like that. Well, buy me something on my Amazon wish list. Now you can buy something off the. Any big strong men in the chat want to buy a nice pretty streamer or something off their Steam wish list? 32 gigabytes on my body. Yeah, I guess. That's cool, I guess. Let me know when y'all get 64 so I can upgrade to 96. What else I got for you? Oh, PC requirements for Marvel Token have arrived. Recommended Windows 11, an i7, 16 gigabytes of RAM, a 3070, and a 7600. Honestly, and then the minimum, i5, 16 gigs, 2060. Honestly, it sounds like this game is optimized. Shout out to them. This is nothing intense. This is pretty standard shit. Besides the 16 gigabytes of RAM. If you got 16, I don't know what to tell you. And then last but not least, for those unaware, Wendy's is doing a special. All fat niggas come to the front. If every time you see some cheesecake, you go, if you had a Whopper today and you said, if you ever ate an Eggo waffle out your girl pussy, like, this is for you. Wendy's has launched a Sonic collaboration if you order the kids meal. Shout out to all grown men who go to the, I said what I said. Shout out to all the grown men that's not afraid to get a Happy Meal. Pull up the Wendy's, get their version of the Happy Meal, and you can get one of the collectible Sonic cards, man. Hey, Rare Rippers, Rare Rippers. You said, okay, but an Eggo waffle is very specific. Don't worry about it. But yeah, they got Sonic and Knuckles and Amy and Tails and Shadow and Rogue and Silver's there too. Collect 35 cards. Hey, Rare Rippers, is this shit gonna be worth money? Let me know. Should I go to Wendy's? I ain't gonna eat the food, but should I go get some of these joints? Where my Rare Rippers at? You got something you gotta say to no, I don't got nothing I gotta say, bro. Yeah, we just gonna move past what I said. I want the Amy and the Tails. Do these things actually be worth money? Would a card collector be interested in this like 5 years from now and shit? Silver being acknowledged as a rare treat. Really? I feel like Silver has his fans. Yes, for sure. Would it be weird? Each comes with 5 trading cards. Oh, so every Happy Meal comes with 5 trading cards, and there's 35 to collect. Would it be weird as a grown man if I pulled up to the drive-thru and be like, "Let me get 10 Happy Meals"? Do people actually do that shit? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know Wendy's had a kids meal. I didn't either, but apparently they do. They're doing that collab with Sonic. You can buy those for $2, no meal required. Oh, you can just buy them? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. That's cool. Well, guess you don't have to buy them a Happy Meal. Let me go into Shopbox real quick and see what the fuck going on. If there's any trailers I should be aware of, chat. I'm not gonna lie, it's already kind of late. I don't know if I'm playing games tonight, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta be up in the morning to hit the workout. Let me see, main account. They might ask people to show proof of a kid. Yeah, you just like, let me get the cards. You know why I'm here. Crimson Moon official loot and progression overplay video. Clayface trailer. There's a new Clayface trailer. Bet. I'll try to find it. Bolt action. Is this a first-person shooter with only bolt action rifles? Got the blade guide. I'm not watching no guides. I'm finna press buttons, nigga. The problem with watching guides before like the game even comes out is there's gonna be a lot of people when they hop online, they're gonna play just like the guide. No fucking creativity. I want the guide and it told me if I play X, X, Y, B, C. Bro, where your swag at, bro? I like to play on, I'm an orthodox puncher, bro. I never seen that in the guide. Exactly. I got my own style. You gotta see this. What's this shit? You gonna play Crimson Moon? I actually might. They actually sent me an email asking if I was interested in the game. I got invited to the preview event, but I couldn't make that. But I said, yo, let me get a review code. So I might hop on it. Oh, there we go. Clayface. Hey, TBH, I'm reaching out for advice. Been 8 months since the breakup. I'm over the person, but not the things that happened. Any advice to move forward? I realized I accepted a lot of bullshit. I get it. That's how I felt after like a breakup. Only time will heal that. As corny as that sounds, only time will heal that. I felt like I was very angry. Like I knew that I didn't want to be with that person after we broke up, but I was still very angry, and like that would manifest in other ways around people. Hit the gym, my nigga. Yeah, hit the gym and find a hobby. Like only time will heal that shit. Yeah, it really does take time. I get what you're saying though. It's a dev for Invincible. We not watching no we not watching no fucking Invincible. But yeah, find a hobby to keep yourself distracted, but a healthy distraction, you know. Nightmare Frontier. Oh, this is a cinematic gameplay trailer. There we go. The dev got laid off. Oh, Invincible had layoffs? I missed that. World of Play art. We're gonna get to it. Fountains, console. Open card packs. I don't got no cards. Samsung Galaxy Unpacked. Everything revealed. What the fuck? That was a Samsung event? Y'all didn't tell me it was a new. Man, Y'all did not tell me that shit, man. T-Base the Ripper. Big Hokage Ripper, bruh. Big Hokage Ripper. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna start drinking as crazy. Yeah, don't do that. Like, don't do that, bruh. Did you ever get any bruised ribs from wrestling? Nah. The only injury I ever had was a hand injury, and it was because some dumbass rammed his head into my hand because he wasn't looking where he was going. But nah, I never had like a bruised rib. I'm not seeing anything. Let me see. Y'all said Invincible devs got developers laid off. Dude, I don't see nothing. Who got a link? New foldable phones. Okay, let's look at these trailers. Oh, this is the news right here. When was this tweeted out? This was tweeted out today at God. I swear I'm not trying to be mean. But you know this game is fucking irrelevant because he tweeted this out at 5:26 p.m. and not a single mainstream website picked it up. That's actually really bad. Versus MDB. Because like you saw with that I called it. People swear I was hating, not even on no funny shit. This game had potential, but it was just unbalanced mess. It needed more time in the engine, bro. We're gonna go ahead and pack this one up, chat. That's crazy. 60 fucking players. That's crazy. It was just unbalanced junk. I knew it was gonna die. Let me see. So he said, my time with Invincible Versus has come to an end. I was impacted by the layoffs today. Getting to work on a fighting game for an IP like Invincible was an unbelievable experience that I'm extremely grateful to have had. I'm not sure what I'll be doing next, but if anyone has an immediate need for a senior combat designer for a fighting, he was the senior combat.
Spin that shit.
Yo, shout out to Smokey with the sub. Appreciate it.
You've been looking at me like I got leprosy after I said I'm switching to PC and not buying annual live service releases.
Shout out to Smokey with a $10 super chat. He said, people been looking at me like I got leprosy after I said I'm switching to PC. They ain't ready to see the light, man. Just because you was ready to see the message doesn't mean everybody else was. But this is crazy. This is like Mike Wang getting laid off on the NBA 2K scene, 2K team. This is like the lead fighting developer. This is fucking crazy. What does it say? Going forward, please refrain from tagging me in any Invincible Versus clips. If you do, I will promptly reply with, sir, ma'am, this is a Wendy's. I'm kidding. In all seriousness, today was my last day at Skybound. It's been an incredible journey and been a learning experience. I was privileged to be part of the most stellar team and passionate and talented individuals. Invincible Versus will always be a special chapter in my life. I have learned a ton in such a short amount of time. I really like to give a genuine thank you to everybody who took a chance on me into such a fun community. Maybe I'll try my luck in the gaming industry again. But in the meantime, you can find me at the commentary table. Unfortunate, man. I feel like this game had potential. I wouldn't be surprised if the servers get shut down soon, too. I feel like this game had potential, but it was just unbalanced mess. There wasn't enough single-player content. It was very bare bones. And then also they said they had rollback netcode, but I'm going to be honest, like 50% of the matches were really laggy. It wasn't Mortal Kombat bad, but like it was a lot of laggy people. And then also I'm going to add something else in there. This is one of those rare cases where I do think the game was killed by the community. This game had one of the worst communities for a fighting game. It's hard to get better and learn and get play a fighting game when everybody's rage quitting half the fucking time, bro. Oh, this nigga hit a 20-hit combo? Not on me. That shit was fucking disgusting. Shout out to Big Worm with the perm. But I do feel like with the way that they treated this game, they felt like maybe just because it was the Invincible IP that it was going to succeed. And nah. With a fighting game, it needs to be balanced. It needs to be fleshed out. And I just feel like this game was a little undercooked. But to be fair, I do feel like it had potential. Because I'm not going to sit up here and act like I didn't have any fun. I definitely had some fun playing this game. It's just when you started to dig deeper, when you started to play ranked, you started to see that this game was seriously flawed. And it couldn't be taken seriously. It was a casual game at best. It couldn't be taken seriously. Yeah, I saw the vision is the way that I said. So I'm not going to dog on this game. Like I had fun with this game. It's just unfortunate. It wasn't what it needed to be. And there's more competition than ever. So a game can fail very quickly in this industry. Yeah, the amount of people rage quitting ruined the game, in my opinion. people like Justin Wong still gonna play it. Yeah, well, he's like a super fighting nerd. That's different. But the thing about games, multiplayer games, is you can't just appease the hardcore. You have to find something to keep the casuals on the server to keep those numbers boosted. I feel like saying RIP Invincible. Unfortunate. Back to Crimson Moon. Progression and gameplay trailer.
In Crimson Moon, every run is a chance to discover new weapons, armor, trinkets, consumables, and powerful upgrades hidden throughout Gildenark. Loot can be found in chests, earned from elite enemies and bosses, discovered in secret areas, or rewarded at the end of missions. But finding gear during a run is only part of the system. As you progress,
this game honestly doesn't look bad.
Powerful items and permanently.
I'm glad this game is getting more attention. I like the art style in this game.
That means future runs can begin with gear you've already unlocked, letting you experiment with different builds, weapons, armor sets, and
I like that. So it's a roguelike, but you get to keep the builds that you get at the end of the run, and then you can start it. I like that.
Playstyles. Some equipment belongs to larger armor collections and synergistic sets designed to support
it's a co-op roguelike.
Combat approaches, from aggressive, high-risk builds to heavier defensive playstyles. You'll also be able to upgrade your favorite gear over time, strengthening weapons and armor to push further into the city's
two-player only,
dangerous wards. The deeper you go into Gildenark, the greater the rewards become. Stronger enemies, rarer loot, more powerful builds. Experiment with gear, create different builds, and begin your next hunt.
Indie game, it don't look bad. It don't look bad. I feel like we played a lot of indie games this year. Shout out to the indie developers. Y'all getting better. I was on y'all ass last year. Y'all doing better this year. And as you can see, my algorithm kicked in. Locked On Wizards. I'll be watching all the Wizards podcasts. Let's see. Bolt Action official gameplay trailer. Serpent Gaze was great. It was. Shout out to Denshin Attack. No more foxes with the little girl.
Action lies the mechanic that made the tabletop game stand out from
this sounds very AI. What the fuck am I looking at?
Traditional turn-based systems. The Order Dice. Adapted for the digital battlefield.
See, this is the shit I'm talking about, and this is why you got to be very careful about what I say online. Because I just sat here and said, shout out to the indie developers, and then you niggas make me look fucking stupid, man. Get this shit the fuck off my fucking screen, dude. This is why you can never be too nice to a nigga, man. You can never be too nice. Just right after, just make me fucking look stupid. Clayface.
Show me. Show me.
Whoa, he's got a clay face. Holy shit.
What do you want, Mr. Hagen?
I want my life back.
Played Immortal Phoenix Rising's demo yesterday morning and today, and I'm sold. I'm gonna pick up a physical copy, $20. Y'all should have supported it when I was screaming about Immortal Phoenix Rising when it came out. Where were you?
I know you. You're famous.
It's a tragedy what they did to him.
Boo.
I'd like to volunteer for human trials.
Who's the villain in this? Because I thought Clayface is a villain.
Cosmetic surgery.
Even if it kills me, I'll be better off than I am now.
Clayface is the villain? So it's like just an origin story and he goes bad?
I feel great, actually.
I have no
So
idea
is Batman in this?
what side effects you'll have or how to treat them.
Sir, the seatbelt sign is on.
We're in unknown territory.
Ugh.
What's happening to me?
If you're harboring feelings of anger, you need to let them go.
Ronnie 2K is the villain.
The people I trusted betrayed me. The justice system failed me. They stole my career, my money, my life.
So this takes place in Gotham, right?
I'm a monster.
Yes, okay. And is this the same universe? Is this the DCU or is this Robert Pattinson's Batman? You know, which one are we talking about here? The DC, I think Robert. See, half the chat said Robert Pattinson, the other half said DCU. Don't nobody. Y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about. Don't nobody know. That's the answer. Don't nobody know.
I have no idea.
They just doing shit. Just bought the Xbox handheld for a low 500. You talking about the ROG Ally? That's a good price, actually. It looks okay. I don't know how to really 100% feel about it. I forgot about that Avengers trailer. I actually did not watch it yet. Let's watch that. I did not watch that shit. I feel like I gotta see more of that Clayface. I'm not like a super Clayface fan. Avengers Doomsday. James Gunn said the DCU. Okay, let's see. December 18th. 45 million views in 2 days. #1 on movies trending. Cultural event. Xavier School. Okay, X-Men confirmed.
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
All I can say about this trailer is Celtics Shaq. Chill, bro. Did you see any Streamer University clips? Nah, I wasn't watching that shit.
I've fought with many.
The moment I wasn't picked, the moment is I stopped caring, bro. Like, I just don't care about it.
Warriors in my time. They were far stronger.
Wait, who we got here? We got Bucky, we got Ant-Man, we got Black Cat America.
They were far stronger than all of us.
Call of Duty's bigger than the MCU. Call of Duty wishes it could get 45 million views in 48 hours on this trailer. That shit is fucking funny, man. Who we got here? All right, the Fantastic Bums, Ant-Man, Captain Black America. I think that's Ghost, right? Black Widow, the Red Dude, and then Fake Captain America. Damn, so wait, because isn't Steve supposed to be in this shit? We gonna have 3 Captain Americas in this game, in his movie? Holy smokes! Shout out to Heroes with the sub, appreciate it. Fantastic Bums. I didn't like that movie. That movie sucked, bruh. I deadass almost fell asleep watching it. Oh, this shit boring, bro.
And they died.
The G Leaguers. Okay, so we got Aquaman and then Black Panther.
Died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one.
Okay, Scott Summers. Okay, he gonna make a name for. Oh, finally! God damn, this nigga Shang-Chi's alive. Holy shit! I like seeing Gambit. I like seeing Shang-Chi.
Everything that they sacrificed will be for nothing.
Do you think we've reached superhero fatigue lately? No. I think what we've reached is fatigue for bad stories. Because me personally, as someone who reads, like, there's still great storylines out there. And, like, you'll read stuff and you're like, why are they not adapting this? So, like, if anything, it's probably you think it's superhero fatigue for the simple fact that the stories have not been consistent. Because you can't say there's superhero fatigue and this trailer got 45 million views in 48 hours. There's interest. This is ranked #1 on YouTube. There's interest for it. It's just they got to stick the landing for it.
If we do not stand together.
And Spider-Man's coming too.
Put aside your petty squabbles.
Ew, I don't like her character design. Mystique looks weird as fuck. Also, why are the Fantastic Bums shaking hands with the African gods? Why they? What the fuck?
Put aside your petty squabbles. Presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters. but we're going to need a miracle. Hey, pal. It's not possible.
Possibly Hydra Cap. What makes you think it's Hydra Cap? Because Milnor came to him. If it was Hydra, he wouldn't be able to do that, right? Damn, no Wolverine. Hydra Cap can. Oh, okay. Admittedly, I've never read the Hydra Cap story, so I didn't know. Okay, I'm trusting y'all on that one then. Okay. Which, by the way, Captain America has a really good ongoing series right now. Captain America Volume 12. It came out last year and it's still running right now. That shit is fucking fire. It's actually one of my. He actually fights Doctor Doom in this shit. It's actually fucking fire in that new book. But I never read this one. I need to read it. Hey, can I be honest? As somebody who I just bought the new Absolute Superman today, new Absolute Wonder Woman dropped. So I don't want anybody thinking I'm a hater. I bought a bunch of books today. This did nothing for me. Like, I don't love it. I don't hate it. Like, I just like, eh. It's like, I've seen a bunch of characters I know, but like from a plot standpoint, it didn't really move me. I think I'm actually more excited for Spider-Man. And to keep it a buck, I'm not even I don't like Spider-Man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't hate him, but I've never been a Spider-Man fan. I've never identified with him. Black Panther's always been my favorite character. I think I'm looking more forward to Spider-Man in this shit. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not saying I won't see it. I'll see it. I'm a comic book fan, but like, this didn't move me. And to be fair to them, they do got to save something for the movie. So maybe that's just what they wanted to show off for the trailer, just all the characters. But like, I don't know the plot point other than Doom is coming. And my thing is, like, we all know Doom is, like, me personally, I think he's my favorite Marvel villain. Joker's probably my favorite DC villain. We all know Doom is a fucking crazy motherfucker. So it's like, maybe just a little bit of a story tidbit of like what to expect. Maybe that would have got me excited. But instead it was just kind of like a montage of a bunch of B-tier Marvel heroes. And then like just some random shots of Doctor Doom. I think I would have got more excited if like they would have injected fucking the Black Captain America. Like, oh, is he gonna take it? Is he not? Like, oh, this nigga took it finally. But I do think it's a little lackluster that at the end of the trailer he says we're gonna need a miracle, and then a grizzled white man appears, like an average grizzled white man that looks like he drinks non-alcoholic beer from Trader Joe appears. I don't know, man. Remember the hype for Infinity War leading up to this? Yeah. To be fair, I think the reason why there was so much hype leading up to Infinity War is because they had all these amazing movies, with the only blunder probably being Captain Marvel. That movie fucking sucked. But most of those movies leading up to Infinity War hit like a motherfucker, and they were building this world. So naturally, we were excited. The problem, and maybe this is why we're not excited for this one, it's been a lot of mid. I'm going to be honest. I mean, Shang-Chi was a banger. The last Spider-Man was a banger. After that, off the top of my head, okay, I did like Thunderbolts was decent. It was decent. Thunderbolts was cool. They're batting like a 60-40. It's like 60% bad, 40% good. So there's no proper reason to be excited about this shit, I don't think. Deadpool was good. It was okay to me. I'm not gonna lie. I can't get with Deadpool's humor. It's not funny to me. It's like juvenile middle school white boy humor. Just a lot of dick jokes. So like for me, it doesn't move me. But if you want to pick, I guess. Yeah. Then you got the TV shows, all of which none of I watched. I didn't watch She-Hulk. I didn't see Loki season 2. I heard it's fire. Still didn't watch it. Just too much, man. Too much. Daredevil. I still have not seen Daredevil season 1 or 2. I fell asleep. Heard it's good, but I haven't gotten around to watching it. We'll keep an eye on it. The Eternal. Shut the fuck up. Ironheart was ass. Yeah, Ironheart was hella mid. I did not watch Wonder Man. I'm not gonna lie. I love that he's black, but I just Didn't interest me. Did not interest me. There's just never been a point in my life where I woke up and said, I want to see a Wonder Man movie or like a TV show. Wonder Man made me, I was like, I wonder why they made this. Like, Black Panther 2 wasn't bad. It was okay. It was okay. It had its moments, but yeah. Wonder Man was really good. I heard it was. I'll get around to watching it. Maybe it'll turn me into a fan. I'll get around to watching it. Is it worth watching leading up to this movie, or is it kind of like its own thing? Does it tie into the MCU, or is he his own thing? Nah, it's solo. Yeah, I'm good then. I'll get around to it. Madam Web. All right, y'all. Next topic. Venom 2 and 3 were bad. Venom's not even part. Hey. All right, next topic. Venom's not even part of the MCU, bro. What the fuck? I didn't like Morbius either. Kevin Feige says Miles Morales will be introduced into the MCU at some point. I think live action Spider-Man movies have his destiny to add Miles at some point after the Spider-Verse has been completed. No shit, bro. They've been hinting at it in the MCU, bro. Fucking Donald Glover appears. They've been hinting at this shit. It's just a matter that what I'm more concerned about is whether or not it'll be good, especially after the Sony movies, the cartoon joints into the Spider-Verse. I'd be more concerned with, are they going to be good? I don't want to retract the same stories, you know? So like, I would advise them take their time with Miles Morales, especially after y'all fucked up with Blade. Did y'all see that? I retweeted it. Kevin Feige says something about Blade. He said he felt like a loser or some shit like that. Let me see if I can find it. I know I retweeted it. There it is. Kevin Feige says he feels like a gigantic loser and a failure for Blade not happening. I said, valid take. That shit had 4K like. Like, bro, you are a fucking loser, nigga. Like, goddamn. They making this shit mad difficult. We don't want to see nothing crazy. We just want to see a nigga with some big bulging muscles, some guns and swords, killing vampires and shit, dog. Jesus Christ. I don't know why they can't do it, man. I got a suggestion for you. Get the nigga who fucking directed Shang-Chi, which I believe is the same. I think he's directing the new Spider-Man movie. Matter of fact, because isn't the dude who directed Shang-Chi directing the new Spider-Man? If that new Spider-Man hits, like I think it will, go ahead and put him on Blade. Go ahead and put him on Blade, because clearly he does good with street level heroes, bro. Jesus, man. He could get a Blade up there this weekend. Doing my man dirty, man. They got a great actor, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about racism doesn't exist, because if Blade was white, he would have been had a movie. Yeah, I said it. Y'all not ready for that conversation. But here comes Steve Rogers again. They got 3 Captain Americas in the goddamn movie. Steve, nigga Steve, and Angry Steve. Nigga Steve with no serum and Angry Steve with the serum. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, boy. It'd be Robert Pattinson. Nightmare Frontier official gameplay. Let's see. What is this shit? I ain't playing this shit. Fountains. Let's see. We need Craven to join. Has anybody actually seen that Craven movie? Fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm good off of this too. Nah, Black Steve don't got the serum. And watch. I'll tell you that much. That's one thing I want to see. When Doomsday comes out, I hope that's not a plot point for Doomsday, where nigga Steve is just the half the movie, man. I don't know, man. Dr. Doom looks so crazy, man. Like his powers. This nigga mastered magic and science. I feel like I might need the super surgeon serum because that shit is science. Like, bro, give it up. Even if you take the serum, you're not stopping him. That's Doom, nigga. Doom. You're doomed. Do you hear about Absolute Green Arrow got 12 issues now? Nice. That means it's selling well. That's good. Support books. Reading. Support it. That's good. I like to hear that. That means it's selling well. That's the only reason they extend shit. The same reason why Static doesn't get a long storyline, because people don't buy it. That's Doom, nigga. It is. It's Doom. Doom is my favorite Marvel villain. I know about that nigga, bro. The master of science and fucking magic. He just be doing shit. Like, I was a Doom fan. I was a late Doom fan, but I became a Doom fan after Marvel Ultimate Alliance. After I played Marvel Ultimate, I said, who? I had seen him before, but I was like, who this nigga, bro? And then I just started watching a bunch of videos and reading stuff about it. I was like, oh, this nigga different, bro. Granted, that shit came out when I was a kid, but yeah, you get the point, Red. Doom is him, bro. That's why I always wondered. I'm like, bro, fuck that nigga Thanos. Can we get Doom? Glad to find. That's the only reason I'm probably going to see this movie, because I'm a Doom fan, really. That motherfucker different. Ryan Coogler should direct Blade. Here's a hot take. Ryan Coogler should direct Blade if they feel like he's the best for the job. I feel like a lot of people are like just saying that because Ryan Coogler is black and Blade is black, and like I get it. He just put out a vampire movie, but that doesn't mean it's like he know how to make a Blade movie. You know, like it's not the same thing. So I mean, if he's a great director, if they feel like he's the right one, we gonna ride with him. Trust and believe. But I do feel like y'all are just shipping them together. Oh, that nigga black, he black, so let's black it up. I just remember all kinds of you say my name. Doom's the biggest hater than Luck. That's facts, bro. What about Wesley? What about him, bro? Leave that shit in the past, bro. I liked how they showed Wesley some love in the Deadpool movie. That was actually one of my favorite parts. I did not expect him. I'm glad the internet didn't spoil that part. But like, do I want to see Wesley come back as him? No, he's too old. Like, let him rest, bro. Marshall Ali is a great fucking actor. Like, for those unaware, that's one of the reasons why people are so fucking pissed about the movie. It's not just that we haven't seen it. It's because he's a great actor and they're just squandering that shit. And then they're fucking with his schedule. Ironheart was terrible. Yeah, didn't Ryan Coogler direct Ironheart? That was not it. Samsung Galaxy Unpacked. All right. Let's see what's new with the... I'm a 1.2 this shit because this shit mad nerdy. Let's see. Marshall old too. He's not as old as Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes is like 70, bro. What do you think he's talking about? Wesley Snipes. I think it's 63. Let's see. Marshall Ali. He 52. He got 10 years on him, bro. He good, man. Because here's the thing too that you got to take into consideration. They got to be able to play the role in the future. You can't. You got to plan this shit out because you know they're not gonna stop making these fucking movies, bro. And he looked good for 52. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was like 40. He looked good at 52, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Wesley Snipes, he still look good. That black don't crack, but he do look 63. Like, but if I did not look him up, I would have thought he was like 40. He might be able to get away with 35. I'm not gonna lie. Wesley Snipes looks his age. But anyways, back to this motherfucking. Surprised you're not talking about the Naruto live action that's currently looking for actors to play Team 7. I'm not gonna be in that shit. I'm not Asian. Aren't they casting Asian people? If not, they should be.
CEO and head of
I'm not opposed to that shit. Unless they want me to be in the cloud, I can be in the cloud. I can be one of the nigga ninjas. I can be in the cloud village. You could be Killer B. I would never be. Let me tell y'all something, bro. First of all, I hate Killer B. Second, I will never be down bad enough to ever play Killer B in any fucking movie or TV show. No, thank you. I'd rather be like the third Hokage or the third Hokage or the fourth Hokage. I'd rather be a Hokage or the Hokage's right hand man. What was his name? The one with the gray hair, and then he became Hokage in the manga for Boruto. I'd rather be that. Yeah, Duri, I think his name was. Yeah, I'd rather be that. I will never be that rapping ass nigga. No, thank you.
Thank you, and welcome to Unpack. Earlier.
Hey, you should have said welcome to.
This year, I said AI is becoming infrastructure, the invisible backbone of our daily lives. Now, the question is, if AI is becoming more personal, more proactive, and more multidimensional, what is the optimal device to bring that experience to life?
I just never liked Killer B. I don't think he's a good character.
Foldables.
And today, we're taking a bold...
It's like, y'all got to understand, it's not the fact that Killer B raps, it's the fact that all he does is fucking rap, bro. Nobody else in the show does that shit. Like, bro, turn that shit the fuck off, bro. It's racist. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's overused. Like, I'm actually okay with the black character being a rapper. Like, that's okay to show love to the culture. It's just, why does he rap all the fucking time, bruh? Get that shit the fuck out my fucking face, man. Yeah, the control. Does anybody know anybody like Coltrane in real life? Because I know real niggas in the hood that did kung fu and karate, had a black belt by the time you was in high school. None of them niggas rap with swords in their fucking mouth, bro. What are we talking about? And I would be okay with that if there were other characters in the show that were like that. They only did it to the black characters, bro. If you would have did that bullshit to other characters, it's fine. But they did it to us. No, thank you. That's one of the one mishaps I have about Naruto, bro. No, thank you.
Introducing Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra. We precision milled every detail.
Ultra!
The thinnest Galaxy Fold. We set out to achieve both slimness and durability by rebuilding from the inside out. Introducing Flex Titanium, the titanium alloy film.
We might have to start using that, the Coltrane theory.
It's 20 times stiffer, whilst measuring roughly 1/3 the thickness of a human hair. And with refined micro pattern holes, pressure is distributed more evenly.
Maybe Killer be autistic. I got autistic cousins. None of them niggas rap 24/7. Matter of fact, statistically speaking, there are about 1,100 people in the chat between all platforms. Some of y'all in the chat are autistic. Anybody in the chat writing bars?
Designed the hinge to support
this
this
crazy
new display structure.
What are you talking about?
Hinge glides with smooth precision. Even with a slimmer frame, we created room for a 5,000 milliamp battery, the largest ever in a Galaxy Z Fold. For the first time, we're introducing a silicon carbon anode. The result is our longest lasting battery life, enough to get you through the full rhythm of your day.
Up to 27 hours of video playback. Who's watching 27 hours of porn? What the fuck?
In just 30 minutes, you can go from being completely drained back up to 67% with a peak brightness of 3,000 nits and a low reflection display finish. Now on a foldable for the first time, text is more readable, content is clear wherever you are. Galaxy Z Fold 8
Y'all niggas don't read. They need to, I don't even know why they focus on that feature.
Ultra captures the world as you see it, with breathtaking details ranging. When the moment needs more room, the ultra-wide camera brings more into the frame while keeping edges remarkably sharp. Galaxy AI-powered Down Nudge, with more ways to access it than ever through notifications, your keyboard, or an ambient overlay. Now Nudge steps in across even more situations.
I'm never using any of this.
The Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy powers next-level speed and intelligence, making the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra ideal for all-day multitasking, immersive gaming, and everything in between.
You know, it's funny. It's definitely some dweeb-ass nigga watching this shit just hard as fuck. Because, wow, the 7th Gen Snapdragon processor, bro. It's going to make my process even more speedier. You got the fastest phone on the goddamn block and don't nobody text your shit. What you need all that speed for when your conversations is mad slow? It's always the niggas with the driest phone that got the latest tech, bro. For what? For fucking what?
Coming in violet shadow, graphite, cream, and green shadow. Pricing for the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra begins at $2,099.
Oh my lord.
From August 7th.
Introducing the all-new Galaxy Z Fold 8. We redesigned the display structure from the ground up with a new high-strength titanium alloy film for a thinner, more durable display. The result? Our
thinner, faster, less glare, more blacks.
You'll notice the
deeper blacks, I mean.
Display. We've equipped the Galaxy Z Fold 8 with a 4,800 milliamp battery that delivers more than 26 hours of video playback. When you open the camera, the cover screen becomes a natural viewfinder, helping you capture every moment as you live it. With a powerful dual 50 megapixel wide and ultra wide camera, available in lavender, graphite, cream, and pistachio, Galaxy Z Fold 8 fits seamlessly into your inspired and creative lifestyle. Pricing begins at $1,899 and will be available from the 7th of August.
Who copping? Who copping?
Galaxy Z Flip.
Are you gonna get the folding iPhone in September? Yeah, I'm due for an upgrade. I still got an iPhone 13. That's why I'm kind of paying attention to this shit. It really depends on that fucking price, man. I would like a phone, a foldable phone, so then I don't need a tablet because I do a lot of digital reading. It would be nice to have a foldable phone, like maybe one of these I would consider, for so I can read comic books on that shit. Because like I'm not gonna lie, I'd be lazy. Sometimes I don't want to whip out the fucking the tablet. So if I could just read on my phone with that extra screen space, that'd be nice.
Has always been for people who move through life with openness and spontaneity. And the Flex window has always been where that spirit shows. Its interface has been redesigned.
I do like these smaller form flip phones like this, like the old school. It's kind of like the old school like Razr. I kind of like these.
To make full use of the edge-to-edge.
It's just my thing is like if I'm gonna get a flip phone, I want it because I'm getting the extra screen space. It's turning into a tablet.
Of a display with intuitive interactions that let you do more with Flex window. Swipe down from the left for notifications, from the right for quick panel, across for widgets, and up for your apps. And just like the home screen, pinch to customize
You prefer
your
an iPhone for your daily driver?
Stay on top of your health.
Yeah, but like I don't have an allegiance. I used to be a crazy Android dude. I'll talk about this on stream. And then I was rocking with Samsung from like the Galaxy S1 all the way up to maybe like the 5 or the 6 or something like that. And then out of nowhere, I woke up one day and I said, you know what? I don't care anymore. I just, as long as my phone fucking calls and texts, I don't give a fuck. I just went and got an iPhone, bro. And I've been with iPhone, but like I don't have an allegiance to it. I just don't care. You just get old one day you're going to stop caring about this shit, bro.
Summary of your activity.
But yeah, I used to be a little tinkerer.
Galaxy Z Flip 8.
I had all the illegal apps, allegedly.
This vintage camcorder grip makes every moment feel like it's worth filming. And now it's paired with a stabilization technology that captures the energy of every moment smoothly. And all of this comes in a form that's slimmer and lighter than ever.
Wow.
At just 6.1 millimeters when opened, and weighing only 180 grams, Galaxy Z Flip 8 comes in pink, graphite, cream, and mint.
I do hate how these phone companies, man, they just be naming these colors bullshit, bruh. Cream, nigga, that's white. It's the fuck up, bruh. Like that last phone, they said you'll get it in pistachio, nigga. That's green. Like they just be opening up the fucking. They be opening up the dictionary and just be saying shit, bro. We now have it in a new color of lavender. Like, all right, bro, it's purple, nigga. Shut the fuck up, bro.
And pricing starts at $1,199. It will be available starting August 7th.
Rose gold.
All the latest foldables begin today. One UI 9.
Honestly, I just miss custom ringtones. I agree. I do miss custom ringtones. Like that'd be nice if you could do that shit.
Yeah. A new hub in your settings where you can check your warranty, run diagnostics from home, request a repair, and check into your Samsung Care Plus all in one place. Today, we're bringing Samsung Galaxy Card. Launching in the US in partnership with Barclays and Visa, the Samsung Galaxy Card is the first financial service built on Samsung Wallet.
They got an Apple Card now? It was funny. Somebody in the chat earlier said, Samsung innovates and fucking Apple just copies. And I would agree with that statement like 10 plus years ago as somebody who was an Android fanboy. But I had to break it to you. They're pretty much the same company to me now. Samsung is not innovating. Even their presentation is exactly like Apple's. Like, you can't sit up here and tell me this is not an Apple fucking presentation. Samsung wallet. Okay, so the fucking Apple wallet. The fucking Apple Card.
It puts real value
the same
back into your
shit.
pocket with some of the most competitive rates for cash rewards in the US.
5% back.
When you use it to pre-order any of our new devices from today, you'll instantly earn cash rewards. Samsung Wallet will expand beyond cash and savings. It will embrace new forms of digital value, including stablecoins.
That's different. They said you can load XRP onto your phone. That's not a stable coin, but you know what I mean.
Galaxy Watch 9.
It's going to be the scammer phone.
Proactive care reaches a new level. While you sleep, Watch 9 quietly tracks 5 key biometrics, building a baseline that's unique to you. So when your day begins, Vitals flags any significant deviations in these metrics, like your heart rate or HRV. Heart Health Score turns these complex insights into a simple daily view, giving you a clearer understanding of how your current habits affect your heart health. When you're planning your workout, Fitness Index evaluates your readiness across 5 dimensions, including endurance and body composition.
All this for $500 and a battery that lasts 3 hours.
It compares where you are today against your target, guiding you with tailored workouts and content at the right intensity through weekly missions. This fall, Galaxy Ring will also be the first and only FDA-cleared over-the-counter ring device for sleep apnea risk detection.
Damn, them niggas said they did their research. Low key, this shit is a shot at the Aura Ring, bruh. They said they FDA approved. They got the science behind that shit.
Samsung Watch Ultra 2
brings the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience right to your wrist. Powered by the Snapdragon Wear Elite platform, for the first time ever, it delivers higher performance across every experience.
FDA approved is big. It is big. It means their shit actually works. It also means it's gonna have a big ass price. The Aura Ring is $500, so that Samsung ring gonna be $550, $600, and they gonna say, "Oh, we gotta charge $600 because it's FDA approved."
We engineered a 35% larger battery that gives you up to 60 hours on a single charge. Crafted with rugged titanium and backed by IP69K and 10 ATM ratings, you get the highest dust and water resistance ever on a Galaxy Watch. Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 instantly shows your depth, water temp.
Yeah, I saw Rashad McCants got exiled from the Guilds Arena. It doesn't surprise me. I never liked him. The nigga who played in the NBA for 30 seconds, who always wore that crown and had the worst takes, bro. Like, it doesn't really keep it moving. The show will be all right.
And dive time. We partnered with Mayors, trusted by divers for over 75 years, to bring a proven dive algorithm to the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2.
It's got a dive algorithm?
Preview the full route, the climbs, terrain ahead, and estimated completion time. And then during your run, you get turn-by-turn navigation. It estimates how much you've been sweating based on your personal metrics and workout data, and then gives real-time hydration guidance, nudging you to drink water or replenish electrolytes at the right moment. Galaxy Watch 9 starts at $379, and Galaxy Watch Ultra...
I ain't gonna hold you. If you need a $700 watch to tell you to drink water, nigga, we're losing the plot here, man. And don't get me wrong, as someone who's a fitness enthusiast, and I have one of those rings, I have the Ring Con, like, it's great for tracking steps and general health. You can use that data to some degree, but some of this stuff, I'm like, we're tracking water now. Like, if I'm working out, I can feel that I'm thirsty. I've been working out for an hour, but let me check my watch and make sure to see if I can drink. What the fuck are we talking about, dude?
Starts at $699. Pre-orders begin today, and both devices will be available August 7th.
And you know, it's so funny because somebody's watching this shit. Wow. Whoa. What the fuck up, man?
We believe sharing should be fast and easy, regardless of what OS you are using.
Like, that shit is that's the wearable version of dumbass people who are addicted to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, am I hungry? ChatGPT, am I tired? ChatGPT, my dad said he hate me. What that mean? ChatGPT, that's the same shit. ChatGPT, am I thirsty?
Into a cross OS experience.
That shit is fucking funny, man.
It works across Android and iOS, so you can share more easily than ever. QR-based sharing makes it even more immediate. No app needed, no friction. And when it's time to join Galaxy, Smart Switch makes the transition effortless. Simply scan a QR code and start transferring your data. Everything from your photos, contacts, messages, even your password.
We're bringing the next generation of task automation.
That's useful. I don't know how often I would use it, but that's useful.
Gemini can now use advanced reasoning to understand your screen context, parse complex images as prompts, and execute multi-step actions across apps. Gemini handles the app navigation behind the scenes, letting you track live progress, or you can just put your phone away if you want and review and confirm the final details later. Gemini Notebook, a personalized thinking partner powered by Gemini's advanced multimodal models. You can take photos or documents you've pulled up on your phone and drag them over to the Gemini Notebook app. From there, Gemini Notebook can
Translation, this phone is about to collect more data on you than you can imagine.
connect the dots across all your sources to give you more accurate contextual answers. Gemini Intelligence is coming to devices across the ecosystem, including our new intelligent eyewear collaboration with Samsung and our friends at Gentle Monster and Warby Parker. These glasses let you take calls, listen to music, and capture photos. And with Gemini,
creeps are about to go crazy, bruh. Niggas who love to wear them fucking, what is it, them Meta band, the Meta Ray-Ban joints. Now they got their own version right here. Y'all about to see more creeps in public doing stupid ass content, Riz content through the glasses and shit.
Gemini, you can do even more hands.
This is our intelligent eyewear. This is the beginning of our intelligent eyewear roadmap.
Oh my God. Look, see, this is what I'm talking about right here. The person in the chat said, man, all Apple do is copy fucking Samsung. Look, they do the same shit. All they do is copy each other. Now they got a $5,000 goofy ass headset that nobody gonna wear that look like it's literally gonna put you in the Matrix, bro. If they don't get this fucking astronaut helmet the fuck out of here, dude, I will never use this shit, bro. I don't care if I come across as a fucking boomer. What the fuck are we talking about?
Beginning of our intelligent eyewear roadmap, starting with a non-display model.
That shit is a road rash helmet.
The most powerful AI starts with what you hear. It's an interface that's audio forward, ambient, and invisible, moving with you throughout the day.
The
Of course,
Gooner
these
headset.
glasses are most powerful as part of your Galaxy ecosystem. Your Galaxy Watch becomes your control for your eyewear experience. Double pinch to answer a phone call, or tap to capture what you
Why would I ever do that? I'll just hit the fucking
capture
button.
what you are seeing. Everything flows into your Galaxy phone with a dedicated photo album for easy access. This is how your Galaxy experience expands, bringing your devices together. You will meet our new intelligent eyewear this coming fall with the full collections from Gentle Monster and Warby Parker. Galaxy AI brings it all together, quietly working in the background so you can focus on.
I remember watching like these tech presentations, just being excited about all the cool stuff coming in the future. This was a 13-minute video. I did not see one product that I was interested in. And you know, the crazy part is I'm actually in the market for a phone. I'm due for an upgrade right now. And at this point, it just kind of feels like I have to get a phone because my shit is falling apart. Like the speaker on my phone is just like fucked up. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels like it just started randomly fucking up this year. Cause like I've been seeing, it's time to get, I've been seeing other videos on TikTok and people have been saying, yo, anybody else with an iPhone 13, your shit just starts acting like the other day, my shit just overheated out of nowhere. My speaker ain't been as loud. Like it just stopped working. It's just falling apart randomly. I don't drop my phone. I've never dropped my phone. I never put it in the toilet underwater. I take care of my shit, bro. It just feels like, yeah, it's designed to fall apart after a certain amount of time, bro. So that's the only reason I'm really upgrading. Because if I didn't have a reason, I probably would not be upgrading. I kind of feel like I have to. I got the 13 too. It feels like too. You know the crazy part is, it feels like I just got the 13 the other day. And then I remembered, I was like, then I thought about it, I was like, oh, you know what? I did get this phone when I first moved to LA. And that's been 4 years, man. That shit is fucking crazy. Don't get old, chat. Time flies. Time fucking flies, man. If I could hold on to it longer, I would. But it is what it is, man. I'm not getting on the game because it's almost 11 o'clock. And truth be told, I didn't eat dinner, so I need to eat dinner. I'm about to have a super late one, something light. Let me see who's live. We'll game tomorrow. I will, because I'm not gonna work out. Oh, Siggy on that Power World.
All right, let's go to the next place.
I'm gonna rate the homie Siggy, because I gotta be up in the morning. But I mean, we almost went live for 4 hours. We'll do a longer one tomorrow. Siggy V. So I appreciate everybody who came through to the stream. If you're new, hit the follow button. Thank you to everybody who donated all that bullshit. On your way out, YouTube, hit the like button. TikTok, I'm not gonna lie, this might be the best TikTok stream that we've had since we started streaming on TikTok. People were just being a part of the chat. Y'all niggas wasn't being weird and racist like normally. Y'all was hitting the like button. That's what I like to see. Some words of encouragement. So TikTok, hit the fucking like button on the way out. I appreciate that. BBL Gorilla. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a nice night. Skirt. Wait a minute. There we go. Raid.